In front of me, I have the DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro VIP edition, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device, its specifications, my opinions, and also we're going to find out what's the VIP edition that actually comes with it. Okay, so let's just get straight into this without wasting any time. There's already something that I want to complain about, which I always do, which is DOOGEE's and a couple other companies' bullshit marketing that they have, which just take a brief moment to, take a steaming pile of shit over this marketing. This is false advertising. 256 gigabytes of storage, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Now it has this bullshit kind of way of saying 8 plus 24 gig RAM. That would be inaccurate because it would imply that one of those or both of those numbers are actually RAM, random access memory, which that is false. Only the small number is. The 24 is out of storage. So that's false advertising, and I believe this should be illegal considering it tricks people into thinking that they have more. And if not, then for God's sakes, do the math effing correctly, because 24 gigabytes of storage is taken from this number right here. Therefore, if you're advertising that we have 32 gigabytes, you definitely don't have 256 gigs of storage. Now that we got that shit out of the way, let's open that piece of shit and see what we get. So we get a glass screen protector. Damn, that's actually pretty nice considering how big this display is. I'm gonna carefully set it to the side just so it doesn't break. Next we have some foil. The tablet itself, which kind of feels cheap. It's DOOGEE, so I guess that's to be expected. Let's boot it up. I'm gonna set it right here to the side, as we also have some other crap in here. We get a... Oh my god, this feels so dog shit. Wow. Absolute ass feeling. Oh, whoa. Anyway, we get also our wipes right here for the screen when you're trying to apply the screen protector. And we get the folio case. Let's get rid of this. Oh, and almost a stylus. Almost, you'll see why. Okay, so that's a lot of crap right here. There is, I think, a little bit more in here. And this has, surprisingly enough, a charger in here. So we have a charger, and that is by the feels of it, the shittiest charger I have felt in a while. 20 watts of power delivery, which is pretty decent. Whoa, what the hell? It's actually some plastic that fell out, whatever. We also have our cheap AliExpress mouse and Type-C to Type-C cable. That's a lot of crap in here. And just to be very clear, it is crap. So, first actually start off with the folio case, or whatever case. So I'm gonna smack it in here so I can at least manage the space a little bit better. There we go. So here's the case. And in terms of setting it up, it has this kind of weird propping kind of thing, just to show you from the side, in this kind of way, with two steps, not magnetically attached to just a little rivet right here that you kind of like angle it into. And we get the world's shittiest wireless keyboard that I have ever felt. We have the wannabe stylus, but not really, and the god-awful mouse. The mouse probably will be the best part of this, to be completely honest. The keyboard itself comes already pre-scratched. That's always, really nice when your product is already scratched. And it was when I opened the box, by the way, so I didn't scratch it. And I'm not even putting much strain in this. This is like paper. I love the metal backplate right here to give it some rigidity, but let's be honest, flat sheet of aluminum doesn't give rigidity. So in terms of the, oh my god, the sound of it is awful. The keys are tiny. The travel distance is okay. It's a membrane keyboard with a little dome kind of thing. Just obviously a cheap thing. We have connect button right here, along with on-off switch, charging, power, Bluetooth, and caps lock probably. I'm not even going to bother connecting this. I like my lifespan to be as short as it already is. I don't need to shorten it artificially with trying to connect this keyboard. So let's move over to the another dogshit part, which is this. It's a pen on one side, and this is the pen side. And on the other side, you have this garbage. This is not a stylus. This is something that I can use on my phone. It's the most awful shit you can get. This is something that you buy at a dollar store for less than $1. So let's just throw that to the side. Folio case doesn't really feel that great. The mouse, like I said, is probably the best part of this. It has a DPI switch for some reason, which I can't imagine how that would be even effective. And wow, that also feels hollow and cheap, but hey, it feels the best out of everything. So let's move over to the tablet itself. So here is the main part of your expense, and that expense is, at least without this accessories that I just showed here, like the crappy mouse, the world's most awful keyboard, and the fake stylus. If it costs any more than the default version, do not buy this crap. Just buy the default one if you really want this tablet. But at the base kind of entry of this device, we're looking at about 260 euros. So price-wise, it's more than I would expect probably. I haven't seen the specifications yet, so let's quickly take a look at that. Starting off with the display, IPS LCD display, 90 Hz refresh rate, almost 13 inches in size, with a resolution of 1200 by 1920. That's actually better than I expected, to be honest, but it's still nothing to write home about. Next, we have 81% screen to body ratio and 175 pixels per inch, with a screen being MOSH level 6, though it doesn't really have any rating. Moving on into the internals, the tablet itself has 11,000 mAh battery. That's decent. We have also 18 watts of charging speed with the 20-watt charger provided. That's nice that it comes provided. 8 GB of RAM, not the 32. Don't get confused by that one. And Helio G100 processor. Now, specification-wise, in terms of like performance, it's not the best, I would say. And that's probably being very generous. So, moving on into the build quality, it's glass front, obviously, with plastic, everything else. And in terms of the cameras, if you care about that, we do have a single camera setup at the back, even though we do have the two little camera lenses looking thing right here, but hey, it's dodgy. We can't expect quality. We can expect them trying to scam the shit out of us with fake cameras. This looks like a camera, but it's not a camera. This is just a middle finger. So anyway, obviously there is no second camera, and the main one is a 13 megapixel sensor that does 1440p at 60 frames, which is surprising, and 1080p also up to 60 frames. And then as a selfie inside here, in this bezel, we have an 8 megapixel that does 1440p at 30 frames. So obviously 1080p, the same thing. Actually, sorry, no, 1080p actually gets up to 120, but I think that's a slow motion, which I'm not sure why it's on the front. But in any case, I'm not even going to dwell on that, because honestly, it's not necessarily the best kind of thing that I have held, and it's not something that I would recommend getting. I genuinely don't recommend getting any devices that try to scam you right from the get-go on the box. And considering the inclusion of crap in here, like this god-awful mouse, the world's shittiest keyboard, honestly, I think you can do better by just buying a second-hand Samsung Tab and paying as much as you do for this one, and just having a much better experience over this one, assuming you're comfortable with buying second-hand products. If you are, it's going to be always much better option, specifically for tablets, as they do charge a hefty price for inferior specifications. And just to put that out there, for the price that this costs, you can get a device with a much more powerful specifications, AMOLED displays, meaning phone, which is going to be much smaller, but still much better processor, more RAM, better cameras, better display, not bigger, but better in every way. So this just, honestly, I would not want to use this myself. So anyway, that basically sums it up. So I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can go through the setup process of this device. So when you put it up for the very first time, you should be presented with the same screen that you can see on my end, which is just a language selection. Now, clicking here, we can choose other languages, which also includes regions. As you can see, United States, some other ones. Let's see if we select actually English, I believe, like this. We do have more options right here. So we have UK, US, and so on. Now let's see if I can actually select. Oh, I can select Poland. It's a bit disappointing. Now the reason I'm looking for Poland, unless it's at the very top, but it's not, is because this is just a theory, let's put it. Come on. But for instance, Poland is obviously part of the European Union, and because of that, companies are usually forced to abide by whatever laws European Union comes up with. Now, you might not always have the best kind of laws, but they are for the most part trying to improve our lives in a way, and they don't really give two shits if some kind of corporation gets shafted because of this, which is completely opposite to what US does, which is shaft the consumers, cater to the corporations, right? I mean, you should be pretty aware of that if you live there, considering literally everything costs more than double to what it costed like a decade ago. That's not inflation. So anyway, because of that, I like to select any kind of country that is part of EU, just for that purpose, that if there is any kind of law that the company needs to abide, I would hope that by selecting this region, whatever changes that they need to make would be most likely made only for that region specifically, which by selecting it, you should be kind of included in it. And on top of that, like, if you're in UK, probably don't select that. I don't know if this will actually have much of an impact, but just to kind of put that out there, let's be honest, UK isn't necessarily the best bastion of free speech. And one of the things that recently came out was the Apple kind of thing, where they try to force Apple to give them back access to the iOS so they can spy on their consumers. And the only reason we know about this is because Apple told them to go screw themselves, like they should. Creepy ass politicians trying to get access to your personal data, while having this kind of law exclude them from it because immunity. Because that makes absolute sense. So rules for thee, but not for me. Now, like I said, it didn't go through, but there's a little bit of a caveat because, let's be honest, UK could have been like, cool, so we're not going to be offering your phones then in UK, therefore you can piss off from here unless you agree to this. And if Apple agreed to this, we won't know about this because they would be by law forced to basically keep this silent. So just know that. Now, again, I don't know if this will affect you even if you're in UK and you select that, I don't know, you're from US or whatever. But if there's a small chance, I would recommend taking it. Moving on, we have connect to mobile network. This specific version of the device does have SIM card slot, so I can pop in my SIM card to connect to mobile, or I can just skip this, doesn't really matter. Same thing goes for Wi-Fi. I can connect to Wi-Fi or skip this, but by skipping both of these, mobile and Wi-Fi, I get this pop-up, so set up offline, and without internet, I basically won't be able to sign into Google account, restore apps and data, get software updates, and have the date and time set automatically, which is completely fine, and all of this can be changed later on down the line after the setup has been completed. So this is not like set in stone. And here's the date and time, which actually looks to be correct, so I'm not even going to touch it. Next, we can select a pin. So it's a 4 to 6 digit pin. You can also skip it if you want to, but I, for the most part, recommend selecting some kind of pin for your device. Not as important, to be fair, on a tablet that usually resides at your home, but for something like a phone, I would definitely recommend setting one up. Now I'm going to choose one here just as a quick example. Actually, let me quickly check something as well. Can I go back? No, apparently I need to confirm it, and I'm now kind of shit out of luck if I want to cancel this. Okay. The reason I wanted to do this is because there should have been also option to change it to pattern or password. That was the default option that I have selected. Anyway, moving on, we have more things here. So we have Google services, and we have services like location, scanning, sending user and diagnostic data, and install updates and apps. Now, I have a lot to say about this abhorrent, horrid page. So we can turn off all of this shit here. But at the end of the day, it does nothing. And just to kind of give you a little bit of a perspective here, so we have use location, and it tells me that it won't be using Wi-Fi or GPS to gain my location. Well, guess what it can use? Cellular towers. It can use NFC or Bluetooth to basically connect to other devices that do have location and track me this way. There is no way in hell this isn't knowing where I am, even when I turn this feature off. And same thing goes for allow scanning, which automatically gets turned off, which scanning basically implies Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Again, there are other ways. Just because something tells you that it's not doing doesn't mean that it's not doing it through means that aren't listed right here. Another thing is send user and diagnostic data, which would obviously, by turning this off, exclude your device to connect it by connecting to other ones, because sending user and diagnostic data, any kind of data would be considered that if it's going through other devices. Yet it's going to be doing it. So this isn't just a lie. And last option, and probably the worst one, is the install updates and apps. Mind it, there is no way for you to disable this shit right here. And the reason for that is because go screw yourself. That's basically the reason for Google to not give you this option. Now, just to give you a little bit of an insight into this specific section right here. So you can turn off system updates. You can go into the settings system and disable the automatic updates. But the reason why you can't turn it off here is because this is more broader option, I presume. And this would also incorporate OTA updates. Now, if you're confused, what the hell am I talking about? OTA updates are the updates that you never wanted, never acknowledged, never even knew that are being forced into your device. And those updates are things like, for instance, when you open up something like a Play Store and one day it looks one way, the other day it might look completely different. You never got an info that your device was updated. You never updated it yourself. There was never any kind of info about updating it. And yet, your application somehow now looks different than it did the day before. And that is through OTA updates, over the air. These are updates that are happening in the background without your consent or your permission. And even if you turn off the update systems, system updates, this will still get pushed to your device. And furthermore, even if your device's end of life cycle, you no longer get security updates. If Google wants to change something, well, too effing bad you don't like it, you're gonna get that shit, even though your device is end of life. And just to kind of give you a little bit of an example, my device, I had an old Huawei, and that phone was end of life, a long time ago, to be honest. And I have deliberately kept it completely disconnected and not updating it just because of the previously info from Google that they wanted to basically prevent third-party app installation because there's so much malware out there. So we're going to protect you by basically preventing you from doing anything on your device that you'd like to do. And I was basically trying to keep it offline for that purpose and had no updates on. And the moment I connected to network, my device updated at least the Google Play Store without my permission. And that was the OTA update that I never even allowed, and the device couldn't even get any more updates, considering it was already like past its life cycle. It hasn't been getting security updates for years, but hey, this piece of shit would be forced on there. Now, this wasn't what was forced on the device, but was some changes forced on it. The message, or the thing that I'm talking about with the third-party applications, hasn't come into life, and it was supposed to come into life in 2026, which it's still 3 days away. Happy New Year for those that are watching this shortly after. So it was supposed to come after, but because of the massive backlash, wonder why, Google went back on it, or just kind of one step back. So we can still install third-party updates, or not updates, apps, but it will be more annoying, which I'm not sure why. Just piss off and let me do whatever the hell I want. If I disabled the third-party app installation in the settings, there's no reason why I should be getting any kind of other ways of being blocked from that. So anyway, with that out of the way, we're gonna move on forward, but just know these options here basically do nothing. And furthermore, I do want to add, if you ever have anything that you'd like to, well, any update that would be kind of getting pushed to your device without your permission or your knowledge, like I said, the OTA updates, you can technically prevent the OTA updates by downloading an application that will allow you to manage system applications that are running in the background. Which one of them would be the OTA update services. You could technically delete this application that is managing this, but just know that by doing so, your device will become vulnerable to any kind of, Google exploits that might be discovered. So one of the things that it does is basically does the security patches, which without this, you wouldn't be getting any new security patches. If the device is past its life cycle, this isn't really a problem. You can do this and, I guess, be safe about it. But if it's still, in its life cycle, I wouldn't probably recommend doing this. If you're a normal casual user, and especially if you're doing some kind of banking on your device, then definitely don't do that. I wouldn't mind it on my device just because screw Google. I think I prefer viruses over Google having control over my device. So that's just my personal perspective right here. But anyway, as you also seen, this basically finished up the setup. So that's about it. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix battery percentage not showing on DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first go into the settings, then battery, and here we have battery percentage, just enable. As you can see, it is right here. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to show the battery percentage on the status bar in this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here in this left section simply tap on the battery. As you can see here, we've got the battery percentage, so all you have to do is to tap on the switcher. And now your device will immediately show the battery percentage next to the battery icon, and this is the only way to show the battery percentage. I mean, we do not have, for example, the option to show it inside the battery icon, only next to it. Of course, you can turn it off in the same way just by tapping on the switcher again. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to reset up preferences on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll and find the apps. Then let's tap on see all 39 apps, of course 39 in my case, and then tap on the 3 dots icon in the right upper corner. Now let's tap on Reset App Preferences, and here your device is informing you what it will actually reset, so among others, disabled app notifications and any permission restrictions. What's more, no worries, you won't lose any app data, so simply tap on Reset Apps, and basically this is it. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to check the serial number of this device. So let's start with opening the dialer, and let's enter the code, which is *##06#. And as you can see right here, we've got the information about the serial number of this device, so let's tap on OK. And now another way through the settings, so let's open the settings. Here in this left section, scroll all the way down to find About Phone, and here let's scroll down and localize the model. Then let's tap on it, and as you can see here, we've got the serial number of this device. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to check the IMEI number of this device. So let's begin with opening the dialer and tap on the keypad and start with the code, which is *##06#. And as you can see, we are provided with both IMEI numbers of this device, so let's tap on OK. And now another way through the settings, so let's open the settings. Here in this left section, scroll all the way down to find About Phone. And then let's scroll down and localize this device details, and as you can see here, we've got both IMEI numbers for both SIM slots. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to clear credentials on this device. So let's start with opening the settings. And here in this left section, let's scroll and find Security and Privacy. Then let's scroll down again and localize more Security and Privacy. And here scroll and localize Encryption and Credentials. So right here we have to find the option Clear Credentials, which is almost at the very bottom of the list. So let's tap on it and confirm it by tapping on OK. Not only you've got this information, but also this option is inactive, which means that we just successfully removed all saved certificates. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix fast charging not working on DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, check the cable and the charger for damage and compatibility with your device. Then clean the charging port that is right here on one of the sides. You can clean it with non-metallic tools. Remember to don't use any metallic tools. So use like a Q-tip, compressed air, something like that. Then test your device with another charger and outlet, or you can test your outlet with another device. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can resize font. Start by opening Settings and scrolling to hit the Display section available here. Now scroll again to click on Display Size and Text. And last but not least, operate this slider under Font Size to adjust it. You can check out Preview at the top. So when I go back, as you can see, size of my font has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix Wi-Fi not working on DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, scroll from the top to open the quick settings. Click and hold on the Wi-Fi to open the Wi-Fi settings. Now, next to your Wi-Fi, click this gear icon, then disconnect and forget. Now disable the Wi-Fi, wait a couple of seconds and enable it again. After all your Wi-Fis has loaded, click on one that you want to connect with and type in the password once again. And it should work. If it's not working for you, then you need to restart your device and the router. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off adaptive brightness. First of all, go into Settings and scroll to click on Display section available here. Now use this switcher next to adaptive brightness to either switch it on or turn it off. If you want to, you can even tap on adaptive brightness on the left and this way manage it thanks to this switcher, but also read all of those informations. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can delete a password from Passwords Manager. All you need to do is go into Settings and scroll down to click on this section, which is Passwords, Passkeys, and Accounts. Now tap on this gear next to Google. Click on Google Password Manager and select any password you want to delete. Enter your screen lock, hit the Delete button, and confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix Bluetooth not connecting on DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, open the quick settings and click and hold on to Bluetooth. Then, next to your paired device, click the gear icon and then forget. And forget the device. Now, scroll from the top once again and disable the Bluetooth and enable it back on. Then click Pair New Device, find your device, and pair it once again. If it's still not working for you, then you need to restart both of your tablet and the Bluetooth device. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to turn off running apps on this device. So let's start with opening the recents, and depending on what kind of navigation type you've got set, you can do it differently. If you've got the 3-button navigation, simply tap on the button with this strange icon. I mean those kind of lines which are curved or something like that, and thanks to it you will open the recents. If you've got the gestures, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device and hold it somewhere here, like that. And here we've got the recents. And now all we have to do in order to close all of them is to simply tap on Clear All, which was right there. And now we've got the information, so we can open the recents to check. And here we've got no recent items, which means that we just successfully closed all background apps. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix battery drain problem on DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, go into the settings, then right here select battery, and we have battery saver, and enable it. Then go into the sounds and vibration, scroll down till you see the vibration and haptics right here and disable it. Then into the display, you can enable the adaptive brightness, shorten the screen timeout to around 1 minute and 30 seconds, then enable the dark theme, and we can close all the background apps. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can check a password in Passwords Manager. Start by opening Settings and scrolling down to tap on Passwords, Passkeys and Accounts. Then you will see this section. To access Google Password Manager, use gear icon right next to Google. Now click on Google Password Manager and tap on any password you wanna check. Enter your screen lock. Hit this eye icon next to your password and this way make it visible. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to change the screen timeout on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section scroll and find the display. Then let's tap on screen timeout. And as you can see here, we've got some options from which we can choose. Almost at the top, we've got the options which are relatively short, like 15 or 30 seconds. And at the bottom, the longest option, which is 30 minutes. Moreover, at the very, very top, we've got the option never, which means that after choosing it, your device will never black out automatically. So you'll have to do it manually just by using the power button. So all you have to do is to tap on the option like to use. I'll pick 10 minutes. And as you can see, it is immediately marked. And after getting back, it is also notified right here, which means that from now on, after 10 minutes of an activity, this device will black out. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to reset network preferences on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section let's scroll all the way down to find the system. Then let's tap on reset options, and at the top we've got the options which are connected with the networks. So first of all, mobile network settings, and under it separately Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And basically the operation for both looks the same. So just tap on the option and tap on reset settings. Here we've got the information that you cannot undo this action, so just tap on reset settings, and as you can see, it has been done. Of course, if you've got any kind of screen lock, you will have to enter it to confirm the whole step. And the same situation with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Just tap on it, tap on reset, and as you can see, your device will immediately reset network preferences. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to reset the camera on this device. So let's start with opening the camera app. And right now we are in the picture mode. However, the mode doesn't really matter here because we will open general settings. So Sorry for that hand, but let me just focus the camera. All we have to do is to tap on this settings icon in the left upper corner. Of course, in this configuration, if you've got it turned, you will have it in the right upper corner. So in the settings, we've got this option, Restore Default, which is right here. So let's simply tap on it and confirm it by tapping on OK. Now we just go back to the camera, and it means that we just successfully reset camera preferences. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix device heating while charging on DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, it is completely normal for your device to heat while charging, especially while you're using the fast charging, but you can minimize that by first closing all the background apps. As you can see, I don't have any. Then use the original cable and the charger. Avoid using your device while they are charging. Just leave it on the nightstand, let it charge properly. Remove the case to improve the heat dissipation. As you can see, I have the case, and just for the charging, you need to take it off. And last, charge in a cool and ventilated area. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and see you in the next one.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all text correction options. First of all, go into Settings and scroll all the way down right away. Don't worry, I tested it, it will work. Because here you need to click on System and then Keyboard. Following that, select on-screen keyboard and then Gboard. Now it's time to click on text correction and manage all of those options however you want to, thanks to all of those switchers. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can edit password in Passwords Manager. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling down to click on this section called Passwords, Passkeys and Accounts. Then use this gear right next to Google. Choose Google Password Manager and select any password you wanna edit. Enter your screen lock, hit Edit button and change whatever you want to. When you finished, hit Save at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use voice typing. Begin by launching your keyboard and tapping on this icon of a microphone at the top right corner. If you never used it before, hit while using the app in this pop-up and start typing. As you can see, voice typing is on. If you wanna stop, you can pause or use the same microphone. In case you can't see your microphone icon, click on this gear one instead. Select voice typing over here and activate it thanks to this switcher next to use voice typing. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to improve the battery life on DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first go into the settings, then battery saver, and enable battery saver, also enable turn off at 90%. Then when we go back, right here we have sounds and vibration, scroll down to vibration and haptics and disable it. In display, enable adaptive brightness, dark theme, and here should be screen timeout, shorten this time to around 1 minute. And you can close all the background apps and also change a wallpaper to something static, not any animated wallpapers, just plain one color or one picture. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off location. First of all, go into Tab menu by swiping down from the top right corner of your screen. Then look for location shortcut, and when you find it, click on it. As you can see, mine is here, so when I click, it turned black. That means that location is disabled, but you can always enable it by tapping on the same shortcut again. If you have a bit more time though, you can also go into settings, scroll to click on location section available here, and use this switcher next to use location to manage it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can add photos to text message. Begin by launching Messages app and selecting or creating a chat. Wherever you decided when you're ready to select photos and add them, click on this icon of a photo and a paper clip at the bottom right corner. Now hit Images at the top, look for your photos here, in one of those apps, or what most people miss by clicking on those 3 lines at the top left corner to access all of those sources. Either way, when you find your photos to add, hold one, and then click on all of them to add them. When you finished, hit Select at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all your downloads. Begin by locating an app called Files that's already on your device. When you find it, click on it. If you never used it before, select Continue in the pop-up and Allow in the second one. Now hit Downloads under Categories. And as you can see, all of my downloaded files are over here. To access one, click on it. Sorry, misclick. And my favorite part, to manage one, click on those 3 dots on the right. Then check out all of those options and do whatever you want to. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can clean storage. Start by opening an app called Files that's already on your device. If you never used it before, select Continue and Allow in the pop-ups. When you're ready, click on those three lines at the top left corner and then select Clean at the top. Now hit Clean next to Junk Files, and last but not least, confirm your choice by hitting Clear in the pop-up. As you can see, after a few seconds, storage of my device was successfully cleaned. Don't worry, this operation won't delete any apps or photos, just junk files you can't even see. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can add audio or a video file to text message. Begin by launching Messages app and selecting or creating a chat. Wherever you decided, when you're ready, click on this icon of a photo and a paper clip at the bottom right corner. And then, firstly, to add an audio file, hit Audio at the top. Then look for it here, in one of those apps, or by clicking on those three lines at the top left corner, in one of those sources. When you find it, click on it. If you want to add a video one, do exactly the same. This time though, select videos. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to activate automatic software updates on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and now we have to start with scrolling all the way down in this left section and go into About Phone. Then scroll all the way down and localize build number, and keep tapping on it until you'll see the information that you're in the developer mode. If you've got any kind of screen lock, simply enter to confirm the whole step, that's okay. Then after that, let's go to the system and here open developer options. And now all we have to do is to scroll down just a little bit to find this option, automatic system updates, and make sure that this option is turned on. So if yours looks like that, simply tap on the switcher to activate automatic software updates on this device. Be aware, because you need to keep the developer options turned on. So do not turn them off right here, because the automatic software updates will also be turned off. Keep that in mind, that you need to have developer options activated. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off auto rotation. Start by going into Tab menu. To do that, swipe down from the top right corner of your screen, like that. Then you need to locate Auto Rotate shortcut, and when you find it, click on it. As you can see, mine is here, so when I click, it turned black. That means that auto rotation is now disabled, but you can always enable it by tapping on the same shortcut until it's blue. If you have a bit more time though, you can also go into settings, scroll a tiny bit to hit display, And then scroll again, this time to click on this switcher next to Auto Rotate Screen. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got the DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to allow unknown sources on this device. So let's start with opening the settings. And here in this left section we have to scroll and find the apps. They are almost at the top. Then scroll and find Special App Access. And here localize the option Install Unknown Apps. So right here we've got the apps which are allowed or not allowed to install some content, and of course we can change it. So let's pretend I'd like to download the app from Chrome, so from my browser, not from the Google Play Store. So let's simply tap on it, find it in the list, tap on it, and then tap on this switcher. As you can see, after getting back, the Chrome is now allowed to install something. Beware, because you're doing it on your own responsibility. Some third-party apps aren't verified by the developer, so you may put your data and actually whole device at risk. So remember about that and choose the apps wisely. Of course, you can always remove previously granted permissions. Just tap on the app and tap on the switcher. And after getting back, you can see that the Chrome is not allowed to install anything. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can enable suggestion strip at the top of your Gboard. To enable suggestion strip, you need to begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down right away. When you're ready, select System, Keyboard, On-Screen Keyboard, and Gboard. Now it's time to click on Text Correction and use gray switcher next to Suggestion Strip to activate it. So when I go back, as you can see, Suggestion Strip was successfully enabled. Quick tip: when you enable Suggestion Strip, you can simply click on the gear icon over here to access the same settings we just entered in a few seconds. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can rename it. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down right away. When you're ready, click on About Phone at the bottom. Scroll down a tiny bit more and hit the device name. Then type in whatever you want to in the pop-up. When you're ready, hit OK here and wait for a second for a second pop-up to show. You need to tap on OK in this one as well, or name of your device won't change. So when I tap, as you can see, my changes were successfully saved. This operation will also change your Bluetooth name. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can change the food apps. First of all, go into Play Store to download all of your apps you wanna set up as new defaults. I want to change my browser, so I got Firefox. With all of your apps ready, exit Play Store and go into Devices Settings. Then click on Apps section available here. Scroll down a tiny bit and click on Default Apps under General. Now tap on one of those sections you wanna manage. As I mentioned before, I want to change my browser, so I have to click here. Tap on Firefox to apply it. And go back. So when I do that, as you can see, my default app has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off autocorrection. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down right away. Then select System, Keyboard, On-Screen Keyboard, and finally Gboard. Now it's time to click on Text Correction and scroll a tiny bit to use this switcher next to autocorrection. Thanks to it, you can switch it off or turn it on. Quick tip, if you decided you do wanna try autocorrection, I would recommend to also try undo autocorrect on backspace. You can switch it on or off over here, and it's making using autocorrection even better. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got the DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to soft reset or actually force restart this device. So this operation will be useful if for some reason your device stopped working properly and it does not respond to your touches. So you can try to soft reset it or force restart it just by pressing two buttons simultaneously, two keys. The power button, which is like right here, and apparently volume up button, which is right there. So try to press both of them at the same time for about 10 seconds. Basically wait until the screen will be black and until you'll see that developer's logo. So let me try to press both of those buttons together. And we've got this power off option or restart, but let's ignore it. Keep pressing both of those buttons. And we've got black screen, which is a really good sign, so keep pressing. I like to keep pressing it until I'll see the developer's logo. So I felt the vibration, we've got the developer's logo, which means that we just successfully forcefully restarted our device, and in a second it will be powered on and it should work perfectly fine again. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off app notifications. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on the Notifications right away. Now select App Notifications here. And if you don't know, you can tap on Most Recent under App Notifications and sort your apps to see ones with most recent notifications, most frequent notifications, all apps on your tablet, or only apps with notifications already disabled. Wherever you decided when you're ready, use blue switchers to disable notifications from chosen apps, or grey ones to switch them back on. Most people miss that you can also click on any app on the left and not only block notifications here, but also manage all of those alert options only for chosen app. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to change date and time on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll all the way down to find the system. Then let's tap on date and time, and here we've got some options which are currently inactive. It is because we are using the automatic time and the time zone. So first of all, we have to turn off all of those switchers, and now we can freely tap on date and choose it from the calendar. Just find and mark the day. The same situation with the time, just find it in this clock and confirm it by tapping on OK. Here we've got the time zone, so just tap on it, tap on the region, and here we've got the full list of available ones, so all you have to do is to find yours and then tap on it, and it will be immediately applied. Right here we can also change the time format, so we can either use local default, which is more or less automatic, or we can manually decide. So now we've got the 12-hour format. If you wish to use 24-hour one, just tap on this switcher right here. Alright, so this is the manual customization of date and time. Of course, you can go back to all previous settings just by tapping on those switchers right here. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can operate vibration settings. Begin by opening Devices Settings and scrolling down a tiny bit to tap on Sound and Vibration. Then scroll again, this time click on Vibration and Haptics, and use this switcher next to Use Vibration and Haptics to enable or disable them. If you decided to activate them, you can also manage all of those switchers next to all of those features. Ring vibration, and if you decided to enable this one, vibrate first, then ring gradually. Notification vibration, alarm, touch feedback, and media. When you finished, go back, scroll all the way down and tap on those switchers as well to manage charging sounds and vibration, vibrate when connected or end, and last but not least, always show icon when in vibrate mode. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to check for the software updates on this device. So first of all, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required, and then let's open the settings. Now we have to scroll all the way down in this left section and go to About Phone. And here in the basic info we've got the system update, so let's tap on it. Basically here you can meet two different scenarios. First of all, your device can be up to date. Of course, it will show you relevant information and you're good to go. You do not need to do anything. The second one is where your device will actually find the update. It will show you the information about it, what has been fixed, what has been added, and then you will be able to tap on download or install and apply the update. And here we've got actually, I would say the third scenario is where your device actually downloaded the update, but now you need to kind of install it now. Once you select install now, your device will be part of and the update would be installed. The conclusion is that you have to enter this section to learn whether you're up to date or not. If you're not up to date, then I highly recommend to simply tap on download or install and download the newest software version. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to update the apps on this device. So let's start with making sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required. And secondly, that you've got your Google account added to the device because it is basically required. So if you wish, you can check our tutorial of how to add or remove a Google account in this specific device, or you can do it on your own after entering the Play Store. Alright, so now let's move into the Play Store. Let's simply tap on it. And now all we have to do is to tap on this circle in the right upper corner, which is our account. Then let's tap on Manage Apps and Device, and here tap on Updates Available. And as you can see here, we've been transferred to the full list of available updates. And basically it's completely up to you what you'd like to do here. You can either tap on Update All and your device will download all of them, all of the available updates, or you can simply scroll and find the updates which you'd like to download and tap on Update next to it. So I'll update Gmail, maybe Google Chrome, and maybe Contacts. So after tapping on Update, your device will basically download the newer version, and it will be automatically applied, so you do not need to do anything more. Just wait patiently. Of course, you can turn it off. Everything will happen in the background. Alright, so that'll be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to clear the browser on this device. So let's start with opening the browser. In my case it will be Google Chrome, but no worries, this operation is pretty similar in all other browsers which are commonly used, so I'm pretty sure that you will be able to figure out how to do it on your own browser. Now all we have to do is to tap on the three dots icon in the right upper corner. Right now I've got this update icon, but basically this is in this position, and then tap on Delete Browsing Data. Here we've got some basic options like visited websites, opened tabs, cookies, cache, and other site data. Here you can change the time range, just choose the option which you like the most, and then tap on Delete Data. However, if you wish to remove some advanced browsing history, then tap on More Options, and here we've got them. So those are advanced, like saved passwords, autofill from data, and site settings. So if you wish to remove something, just make sure that it is marked. I will remove everything. Here we have to separately change the time range if you wish. I'll pick all time and then tap on Delete Data. Tap on Delete to confirm if needed. And now we just got back to the home page, but if you will enter the browser and try to check the history, which is right here, you'll see that everything has been removed, and it means that we just successfully cleared the browser. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to change video resolution on this device. So let's start with opening the camera app. And currently we will be on the standard picture mode. So first of all, what I highly recommend to do is to simply tap on the video, which is right here. And if you can see the red color inside the shutter button, it means that for sure you're on the video mode. So now we have to enter the settings. So in this configuration, the settings are in the left upper corner. Of course, obviously in this one, in the right upper corner. So it completely depends how you've got your device set. So let me tap on it, and here we've got the options. We have to take a look at this video section. Just let me kind of focus the camera. So here in the video, we've got the video quality at the top, so let's tap on it. And in this device, we've got 4 different options of the video quality, of the resolution. So we've got 2K, FHD, HD, and VGA. So all you have to do is to tap on the option which you'd like to use. I'll pick HD. Just tap on it, and as you can see here, it is immediately notified, which means that we just successfully changed the video quality, and our device will use it whilst recording a video. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to turn off haptics, so how to turn off the vibration. So if you're not the biggest fan of this vibration feedback, which is quite loud and quite annoying, especially if you're using those navigation buttons, etc., we can quickly turn it off completely. So first of all, let's open the settings. And here in this left section, let's scroll and find sound and vibration. Then scroll down and localize the option vibration and haptics. So as you can see here, we've got this general option which we can turn off, and just by tapping on this switcher here, and thanks to it now your device won't use any kind of vibration feedback. However, be aware, because at the same time you're also turning off for example, ring vibration or or the notification vibration. So probably you don't want to do it. If you wish to turn off only the haptics, so the vibration feedback for the touch, simply scroll down a little bit, and as you can see here, we've got this section interactive haptics. So first of all, I highly recommend to turn off touch feedback, and then you can also turn off media vibration, but it's basically up to you. All you have to do is to tap on the switcher, and now your device will not use the haptic feedback. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to clear cache and speed up your device. So to clear cache, we have to open the settings. Here in this left section, let's scroll and find the apps. Here, tap on see all 39 apps, of course 39 in my case, and now we've got the list of apps which are currently installed on this device, and what I highly recommend to do here is to simply remove cache. Cache are junk files which are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app. And basically they are occupying some memory, so it is quite a good idea to actually remove them from time to time. What do you have to do that? Simply find the app. I also highly recommend to do it, especially for the apps which you're frequently using, because they could have the insane amount of cache. So let me go to the contacts, for example. So just tap on the app and then go to storage and cache, and here we've got this cache section. So all we have to do is to tap on clear cache, and your device will immediately remove it, and at the same time release the memory. And even though the amount of memory is not massive for only one app, combining all of the apps, which are here in my case 39, it could make a difference. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can check all specifications of this tablet. You need to start by opening Play Store and downloading free app called DevCheck Device and System Info from Flartu developer. Not sponsored, by the way. When your app is ready, launch it. Now, thanks to it, you can learn all the information about your device's dashboard, hardware, system, battery, network, apps, camera, and sensors. Quick tip: when you go into dashboard, click on all of those options here, not only to read all the information, but also because when you click settings at the bottom right corner of each pop-up, you will get transferred to this section in your settings instantly. You can also do that by clicking on gear icons at the top right corners. For example, here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can open apps in split screen view. Start by launching two apps you want to use in this view in the background. Let's go with Files, so I have to click on this app and tap on Home button. and maybe Play Store. Now to access background apps, click on this button, in my case at the bottom left corner, and then decide which app you want to use on the left side of your screen, or if your device is rotated, at the top. Click on the icon of it, select split screen and click on the second app. As you can see now, I can use both at once. If you wanna go back from this mode, you can either go into background apps again and swipe them, or you can hold this line in the middle and drag one of your apps all the way up, all the way down, or in my case, all the way to the right or to the left. Then use Home button to close the remaining one. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to block a number on this device. So let's start with your contact list. Let's open the dialer, find your contacts right there, and localize the contact which you'd like to block and tap on it. And then let's scroll and find the option block numbers and tap. And now your device will inform you that you will no longer receive any incoming calls or text messages from this number. So just tap on block if you are ready. And as you can see here, we've got this characteristic icon, which means that the number has been blocked. Of course, you can unblock it the same way right here, but let me leave it like this. We will check whether it will appear on the blacklist. So to open the blacklist, we have to open the settings. So simply come back to this, to your contact list and tap on the three dots icon right here in the search contacts bar. Then let's go to the settings, and here we've got blocked numbers. So this is our blacklist right here, and that's the number we blocked from our contacts. So as you can see, the previous option works. We can also add a number here manually. Just tap on add a number, and here we can enter it on this keypad, tap on block, and it will be immediately set. Moreover, at the top we've got the option unknown, and you can turn it on and off just by using the switcher, and thanks to it you can block the calls from all unidentified callers. If you wish to unblock the number, simply tap on this X button right next to it and tap on unblock. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can operate a voice recorder. Begin by opening Recorder app that's already on your device and tapping on Allow in all available pop-ups for it to work. Then start recording thanks to this red button at the bottom left corner. As you can see, recording is on. To pause it or unpause it, use the same button. To end it and save it though, click on the right one. Now you can either discard it by tapping on this button here, play it by clicking on play one, or save it by choosing save. To access list of all your recordings, click on this icon at the bottom right corner when recorder is off. Now to play any of yours, click on it. And to go back to recorder list, click on square button and then the same button of the list you just clicked. Now to get rid of any of them, just hold the chosen one and use bin button at the bottom. Then confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can change sleep time to never. First of all, go into Play Store and download free app called Coffee Keep Screen On. it has to be from this developer. When your app is ready, launch it and hit OK in a welcome pop-up. If you wish, you can click on timeout to make sure Infinite is on and check out all of those other options for later. Now to activate it, go into Tab menu. To do that, swipe down from the top right corner of your screen. Then edit your shortcuts. Click on this pen at the bottom right corner of this section. Scroll all the way down, hold Caffeine shortcut and drag it to your currently used ones. Place it wherever you want to. Let go. Click on the back button at the top left corner and tap on your new shortcut to activate it. As you can see, Infinite Sleep Time is on. To switch it off, click on the same shortcut again. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can set up face unlock. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on Security and Privacy section. Before doing anything, quick disclaimer. You need to have screen lock already to continue. If you don't have one, tap on Device Unlock, hit Screen Lock here and set it up. If you do have one though, tap on Device Unlock as well, but this time choose Face Unlock section. Enter your current screen lock I just mentioned and tap on Enter the face. Now select Next on the left, keep your face in frame and follow all of the instructions from your screen. When you finished, select OK and then go back. So now let's check it out. When I switch off my screen, turn it back on and look at it, I can see that Face Unlock is working properly. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on and use Keyboard Clipboard. First of all, launch your keyboard and click on Clipboard at the top of it. Then use this switcher at the top right corner to activate it, and go back thanks to this arrow at the top left one. Now you need to copy or cut any text, and to paste it instantly, click on it at the top of your keyboard. To paste it later on though, you can finally use Clipboard by clicking on it and tapping on your text over here. If you want to paste it after an hour though, you need to pin it or it will disappear. To do that, hold it and wait for the pop-up. Then select Pin. You can always unpin it the same way. If you want to delete anything from Clipboard, you can swipe it to the right, swipe it to the left, or hold it and tap on Delete option in the pop-up. Last but not least, if you want to disable Clipboard completely, use the same switcher as before. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to enable the night light or a comfort mode. So let's start with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll and find the display. Then scroll down and localize this night light option, and if you wish you can turn it on without the customization just by tapping on the switcher. And now you can see that the screen turns a little bit yellowish or amber. It is in order to filter the blue light. What's more, it will be much easier for you to look at the screen at the dim light. So if you're a night owl, then I highly recommend to use this mode. Moreover, we can customize it. So just tap on the night light. And here we've got the intensity switcher. So on the left we've got the coolest setting, and on the right the warmest. So of course set it on the intensity which is the most comfortable for you. Here of course here we can also schedule that feature, so just tap on this option. The none option is manual option. We can also turn it on at custom time, and it means that you can freely choose the start and the end time and apply the mode accordingly. Or you can turn it on from sunset to sunrise, and here your device will automatically decide when the sunsets and sunrises are. It is location based. Alright, so this is the whole customization of the night light. If you wish, you can have much faster access to this option. Simply unroll the top bar, and let's take a look at this option bar here. As you can see, we've got the night light, so simply tap on it to turn it on, and tap on it again to turn it off. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it using Bluetooth. Begin by opening Settings and tapping on Connected Devices right away. Then choose Pair New Device and wait for available ones to show. When they do, click on the one you wanna connect to. Now tap on this switcher next to Also Allow Access to your contacts and call history to enable or disable it, and then select Pair. Now wait for the other device to accept your connection request. If you are trying to connect to another tablet or to a smartphone, make sure to accept connection request manually on the second device. Either way, as you can see, mine was successfully connected. To manage this connection, use gear icon next to saved device. Use those switches. Click on Connect, especially helpful in case if you want to connect to your headphones, for example. Click on this pen at the top right corner to change name of saved device, or tap on Forget to unpair. Then confirm your choice in the pop-up. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to change the ringtone on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll and find sound and vibration. Then let's scroll and find this table sim 1 ringtone or table sim 2 ringtone. Basically in this device we've got the ringtones divided, so it means that you can separately set the ringtone for the first SIM card and separately for another one. In that case we've got same ringtones set for both, so let me change it. Let's tap on table sim 1 ringtone. What a strange name. Alright, so after tapping on it, we will have this pop-out window with pre-installed ringtones from which we can choose. At the top we've got the option None, which means that after choosing it, your device will not use any kind of sound to notify about the incoming call. And on the other hand, at the bottom of the list, we've got the option Add Ringtone, which means that we can enter our own files. And if you've got something, for example, downloaded or recorded, then you will be able to choose it and set it as a ringtone. In order to listen how the particular ringtone sounds, you have to simply tap on it. So, for example, mountain spraying or whatever. So let's pretend I want this ice latte to be set as my ringtone. So just tap on it and tap on OK. And as you can see, it will be immediately notified right here, which means that from now on, our device will use the chosen ringtone to notify us about the incoming call. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can select and delete multiple photos at once. First of all, you need to open Photos app and decide if you want to delete your pictures from Photos or Collections section on the left. Let's start with Photos. Hold one of them. And to select multiple, use those icons at the top left corner of each section. After selecting all of your photos to delete, make sure you'd never select more than 100, you can see count over here, because Photos app won't let you delete more than 100 photos at once. Just a quick tip. To keep some, tap on them, and to get rid of the rest, click on Delete button over here. Then confirm your choice in the pop-ups. Got it in the first one. And move to trash in the second one. If you want to delete them from collections, do exactly the same after picking one of your folders. The only difference is no bin icon is located at the top right corner next to the shopping cart. So click on it and tap on Move to Trash. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to change the system language on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll all the way down to find the system. Then let's tap on languages at the top and go to system languages. So here we've got the list of all currently added languages. We've got English and Spanish. So let's start with adding new one. Just tap on Add Language, and here we've been transferred to the full list of available languages from which we can choose. So simply scroll and find the language which you'd like to apply. So let me choose, I don't know which one, maybe Turkish. So just tap on the language and choose the region if you can. And as you can see, we just successfully added the language to the list. However, the English is still a main one in my case. So now all we have to do is to reorder the languages. So let's tap on the language and hold it, and then drag it to the first position. Your device will ask you whether you'd like to change the language, so just tap on Change to confirm. And now we've got Turkish language applied. As you can see, the whole system is displayed in this language. Let me show it to you again. Tap on it and hold it, and then drag it to the first position. Tap on this right option to confirm, and we've got English applied. If you wish, you can also remove the languages from this list. Just tap on the three dots icon and tap on Remove. Then mark the languages which you'd like to delete and tap on the trash bin icon. Tap on Remove, and here we've got only one language applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can set up screen lock. Begin by opening Settings and scrolling to click on this section called Security and Privacy. Then scroll again to tap on Device Unlock and click on Screen Lock over here. Now pick one of those login methods, pattern, PIN or password. Click on the chosen one and create it. If you made a mistake, don't worry, just hit clear at the bottom right corner and redo it. When you're ready, hit next also at the bottom right corner and repeat your login method to confirm it. Last but not least, hit confirm and answer this question. What do you want your lock screen to show? Click on one of those options, show all notification content, show sensitive content only when unlocked, or don't show notifications at all. Whatever you decided, when you finished, select Done. So now, when I switch off my screen and turn it back on, icons that pattern is required. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can connect it to printer. First of all, go into Settings and then tap on Connected Devices on the left. Following that, choose Connection Preferences. Click on Printing. And finally, select the default print service or any other service you have and wanna use. Don't worry, they all turn on the same way, so tap on yours and click on this switcher next to Use Print Service to activate it. Your device is now looking for a printer. When it finds one, it will connect to it right away. Quick tip, if you still can't connect, then enable print service and wait for 3 dots at the top right corner to show. When they do, click on them and tap on Add Printer in the pop-up. Now, if your printer supports Wi-Fi direct printing, use gray switcher next to the switcher. Click on Allow in the pop-up for it to work properly. And then choose Find Wi-Fi Direct Printers so your tablet can look for yours. You can also tap on Add Printer by IP address, import it here and connect manually by selecting Add. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to change the keyboard language on this device. So let's start with opening the app, which will provide you with the keyboard. So for example, messages, notes, browser, settings, whatever, just have the keyboard on the screen. And now we have to tap on this 4 dots icon in the left upper corner. Then let's go to the settings. And here we've got the languages right there. And this is the list of all applied languages. As you can see, I've got 3 different languages here. So let's start with tapping on Add Keyboard, and here we've been transferred to the full list of available keyboards from which we can choose. So all you have to do is to find your language and then tap on it. If you can, and if you want to, you can simply tap on Search Language and enter the name of the language you'd like to apply. And finally, after finding it, simply tap on it. Now we can choose the keyboard layout, so just mark the specific option and tap on Done. And as you can see, our language has been immediately applied to the list. And before I'll show you how to remove the languages, I'd like to show you how to change the language if you've got multiple added. So let me go back to the keyboard, and here we've got a special globe icon, thanks to which we can change the keyboard layout. So simply tap on it in order to change the layout. Moreover, the spacebar, it's not empty anymore. Right now we've got the name of the language we're currently using, so we can always check which layout we've got applied. So if you wish to remove the language, simply enter the settings again, and here in this section we have to tap on this edit icon in the right upper corner. Now mark the languages which you'd like to delete and tap on the trash bin icon in the right upper corner, and we've got only one language applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to add or remove a Google account in this device. So let's start with opening the settings. And here in this left section, let's scroll and find passwords, passkeys, and accounts. So here we've got our currently added Google account. So let me first of all show you how to remove it. All you have to do is to simply tap on it and tap on remove account. Tap on remove account and it will immediately disappear. Of course, if you've got any kind of screen lock, your device will ask you to enter it to confirm the whole step, but simply enter it and you will be done. So in order to add the account, we have to tap on add account and choose Google. Of course, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required. Sorry, I forgot to tell you at the very beginning of the video. So internet connection is crucial here. And here in this step, you can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone. So let me do it. And then tap on next. So right here you have to enter the password, and let me do this out of the video. So just give me a sec. Right, so let's tap on next. Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy, you can tap on them to learn more and tap on I agree after reading. And as you can see, we just successfully added our Google account to this device. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to enable the developer options on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section let's scroll all the way down to find About Phone, or actually About Tablet. Then let's scroll all the way down again to find a special number which is called build number, and now all we have to do is to keep tapping on it until you'll see the information that you're in the developer mode. If you've got any kind of screen lock, simply enter to confirm the whole step. That's normal, no worries. And after that we can go to this left section again and open the system. Here we've got developer options. And as you can see here, we've got plenty of advanced settings which we can customize. So for example, you can turn the option to don't keep activities at all. You can show view updates. You can set transparent navigation bar. Here you can show surface updates also. As you can see, we've got some options which are connected with the networking. We've got Bluetooth, USB, Wi-Fi, etc. So basically everything works the same, just like in the regular settings. So if you wish to turn on something, simply tap on this switcher next to it and it will be immediately activated and applied. Of course, you can turn it off the same way. If you've got the options without the switcher, simply tap on them to open more options to choose from. If you're done with customization of developer options, you can always turn them off. Just tap on the switcher which is pinned to the top of the screen, and now your device needs to be restarted. So just tap on restart, your device will be automatically powered off and then powered on again, and the developer options will disappear from the system settings. I don't want to do it. However, the developer options won't be visible, but of course, no worries, you can customize them again. Just go back to the build numbers tab and keep tapping. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to change the 3 buttons navigation into the gestures in this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here in this left section, we have to scroll all the way down to find the system. Then let's find gestures and tap on navigation mode. And as you can see here, we've got 2 different options. So obviously right now we've got the 3-button navigation. If you wish, you can customize it just by tapping on this settings icon. However, we do not have a lot of things to customize here. We can only manage hold home for assistant option. So let me go back, and if you wish to set the gestures, simply tap on gesture navigation at the top. And now you can see that instead of the 3 buttons, we've got this line which is responsible for some gestures. In a second I'll show you how it works. We can also enter the settings here, and we can either decide whether we want to swipe to invoke assistant or not. And here we've got the back sensitivity, and to be honest, I highly recommend to get back to this option after a while of using the gestures, so you will be able to decide whether you need the sensitivity to be higher or lower. It really depends on how you're using this device. Alright, so now the quick tutorial how to use the gestures. If you wish to get back to the previous page, just like by using the back button, you have to swipe your finger from the side to the center. And if you can see this arrow, you can release the finger. And the same situation from the left side. If you wish to come back directly to the home page, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device and make sure that this motion is quick and short, so something like that. And if you wish to open the recents, repeat the gesture, so from the bottom to the center, but hold your finger somewhere here, something like that. And after releasing here, you've got the recents. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to set the camera timer on this device. So let's start with opening the camera app. And currently we are in the picture mode. So let me actually change the position of the device, so I will explain you everything. As I said, right now we are in the photo mode, so the picture is highlighted. And thanks to it, we can focus on the settings which are right there in the right upper corner in this configuration. Let me actually try to change it, however it doesn't work, so it means that we have to keep it like that. Alright, so the settings in the right upper corner, as I said. Oh, and now we've got it this way. Alright, so we will just change everything and adjust accordingly. So here in the settings, we've got the self timer in this picture section. So all we have to do is to tap on self timer, and in this device we've got 3 different options, so off, 2 and 10 seconds delay. Let me choose 10 seconds delay, just tap on it, and now it is notified right there, right here. So now we can go back to the camera and check whether it works. So let me tap on the shutter button, and as you can see, from now on our device will count down from 10, 5 or 3 depending on which option you've chosen, and after that time it will simply take a photo. Great, so this is how it works. And to turn everything off, I mean to turn the timer off, we have to open the settings again. So in this configuration they are in the left upper corner, here self timer, and tap on the option off. Now we can go back and our device will take photos right after touching the shutter button. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can operate apps permissions. First of all, go into Settings and scroll down to tap on this section called Security and Privacy. Then scroll again, This time to click on Privacy Controls. Access Permission Manager. And finally, to manage it, click on one of those features. Let's go with Camera. So when I click on it, I can pick one of my apps under one of those sections. Allowed all the time, allowed only while in use, or not allowed. Let's go with from not allowed one. Now all you need to do is apply one of those options. In my case, camera access for this app, allow only while using the app, ask every time, or don't allow. Let's pick the first option, so when I tap and go back, I can see that Chrome gained access to my camera while I'm using my browser. But most people miss my favorite thing about Permission Manager. You can actually pick any feature and look for an app you wanna manage instead, like Calendar. Now instead of applying those options, click on tiny text at the bottom, see all permissions. Then manage all of those, only for chosen app, the same way. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to change the wallpaper on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this left section we have to scroll and find the option Wallpaper and Style. As you can see right here, we've got the preview of the lock screen and the home screen, and basically all we have to do is to simply tap on Change Wallpaper here, or if you will be on the lock screen, you've got the same option, so no worries. So here we've been transferred to the list of albums from which we can choose the wallpaper from. So of course we can choose it from our own photos or choose it from on-device wallpapers which are pre-installed on this device. So I'll pick something from those options, let me enter it, and as you can see here we've got those pre-installed wallpapers. So all you have to do is to tap on the specific wallpaper, and now you can check how it will look like on the home screen and the lock screen if you will decide to apply it also here. Here you can tap to edit the photo, and as you can see you can adjust the position, scale and angle of your photos. So as you can see we can zoom it in, we can also zoom it out, but not only to the point how the wallpaper was made. And of course after zooming in you will be also change the position of the wallpaper, so you can choose for example specific section of the wallpaper which you'd like to show on the home screen. However, I'll simply set it just like that. And the angle, I'm not sure how to change the angle, we cannot really do that. Alright, so if you are happy with the results, just tap on the stick icon in the right upper corner, and now tap on Set Wallpaper in the right upper corner again if you're ready. And as you can see, now you can choose where you'd like to set it, so as a lock screen, home screen or both. Make sure that the option you'd like to use is marked. So for example, now I will set it only on the home screen, but I prefer to have it on both, and let me tap on Set. We've got the information, so we can go back, and as you can see the wallpaper has been played successfully. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to enable the Google backup on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. Let's tab, and here in this left section let's scroll all the way down to find the system. Then let's tap on backup, and as you can see we will be immediately transferred to this section connected with the Google account. So first of all, make sure that you've got the internet connection, because it is required to complete this whole operation. Your device needs to be connected with the servers of Google. So let's tap on next, of course after making sure that you've got the internet, and here tap on add account. Okay, so here in this step, you can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone. So let me do it and tap on next. So right here we have to enter the password, so just give me a second. All right, and tap on next. So here, Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy, you can tap on them to learn more and tap on I agree after reading. Here we can decide whether we want to use what kind of data we would like to backup, so photos and videos and other device data, or both. You can use both. I will pick only this one, so just mark the proper box and tap on confirm. So as you can see, we've got everything confirmed. We just added our backup account here. We can tap on other device data and here check some further details. So we can check whether we've got still space in our account. We can manage the storage. So for example, remove some unnecessary files. Under it, we've got backup details. So we can check what has already been backed up and advanced settings. And I highly recommend to keep this option turned off so we can avoid some additional charges. So to finish everything, simply tap on backup now and your device is backing up the data. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can set up an alarm clock. Begin by opening clock and tapping on alarm section at the top left corner. Now before doing anything most people miss, that you should click on those three dots at the top right corner and select settings from the pop-up. This way you'll get access to alarms options and you can adjust them however you wish to. When you're done, go back and create new alarm thanks to this red button at the bottom. Now set up an hour and when you're ready, hit OK in the pop-up. As you can see, my alarm was successfully created. Now let's adjust it. Click on repeat to pick days of the week. Let's go with Mondays and Fridays. Now click on this icon next to vibrate to disable or enable haptic feedback and label to name your alarm however you wish to. Hit OK to save its name. Now my favorite part, click on bell icon here. Tap on Add New at the top to pick any song from your tablet by clicking on it and set it up as your new alarm sound. Or pick one of those by clicking on the best one, like Fireflies. Go back, and to hide all of those options, click at the bottom right corner of your alarm. To turn it on or off, use this switcher next to it. To make any changes, click at the bottom right corner again. Change whatever you want to. And last but not least, to delete your alarm, use the delete button at the bottom left one. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can add a password to Passwords Manager. Start by opening Settings and scrolling down to tap on this section called Passwords, Passkeys, and Accounts. Now use this gear icon next to Google and select Google Password Manager. Finally, tap on Add Password at the top and input all of those informations. If you can't see any of those options though, that means that you never added a password before and you need at least one to add it manually from settings. To fix it, hit settings on the left. Make sure Offer to Save Passwords option is on. Log in into any app and wait for the pop-up to show. When it does, click on Save at the bottom right corner of the pop-up. I will show you in a second. As you can see, I was trying to log into Facebook, and when I did, I got this pop-up from Google Password Manager. So now when I click Save at the bottom right corner and go back to the same settings, I can see that my password is over here. So now with Add Password option unblocked, click on it and add a password manually. To do that, input any website at the top or hit Select App and click on a chosen one. Then enter your username, email or phone number, password, and even take some helpful notes. When you finished, hit Save at the top right corner. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can format your SD card. So, to get started, let's open up our settings, and in here we're looking for storage, which is right at the top, and once you click on it, click right here where it says this device, and then select the second option that is visible in here. Now for me it says Android, which is kind of misleading, but in your case it for instance might say something like Samsung SD card or anything along those lines. It just really depends on the device and how the card was formatted before. So just know that whatever else you see here besides this device, that's going to be always your SD card. And once you click on it, you can see we have the info about how much data is taken on it. And obviously if you store any kind of thing on your card that you'd like to preserve, maybe photos or something along those lines, do make a copy of it, backup, before you go any further. But assuming you have already done so, or maybe you just don't want to back up anything there, you can click right here on these three dots and then select Format. This will get you quick info, format SD card for portable storage. So stored photos, videos, music, and more, and access them from, wait, what? I was gonna select this, and there we go. So that's what I was kind of looking for. So here we have a quick info. I would disregard the first paragraph. It's kind of incorrect. We don't need to. It works right now. And below that we have formatting will erase existing content on the SD card. To avoid losing content, back it up to another SD card or device. So can I click on Format? And you can see it says Samsung SD card. We'll see if it changes the name once it loads it up. Change definitely the dark mode. But I don't really want to figure it out if it's do anything about the dark mode. Nope, it's still Android for some reason. But anyway, the card is formatted and ready to be used once again. So anyway, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can insert SIM and SD card into this device. So, to get started, you will want to grab a SIM eject tool similar to this one, which will come provided with the device in the box, but if you can't find it, you could also use a paperclip, extend one on the ends, and it should work just as well. Now, whichever one you grab should be good enough, as long as the paperclip doesn't have that like plastic little wrap around it. If it does, you might need to peel it off. Now, once you have either one of those, you can then pop out the tray, which will be located on the bottom of the tablet, or where we have the charging port. We might need to take off the case. The way I'm gonna do it, you can see that, a little bit more light, there we go. You can see the tray is right here on the corner, and it is partially covered by the case that I have, which is the, what was it, the premium or VIP crap. It's not, but whatever. So I don't actually need to take off the case fully. What I can do is just pop this corner up, like so, and you can see it just gives me full access to it. So grabbing the tool, now push it in here, and when you push it in, you can see that the tray pops out enough for you to pull it out. On the tray, you have space for one SIM card and one SD card. So let me grab one of each. We can actually place it on the tray. There we go. And here's the other one. Now, there's nothing holding these cards in place apart from gravity. So when you insert it, just make sure that these cards don't kind of come loose or, you know, misplace themselves and you're jamming them in there by trying to insert it. So let's try to put that back in here. There we go. You might need to wiggle it a little bit. Oh, and I can already see that the SD card is trying to pop out of its place. So I just make sure, there we go. It's going in there fully. Now, as you can see, the moment I inserted this, the cards, it automatically started detecting them and it's prompting me to confirm my SIM card PIN. So doing so will unlock it. So SIM card is obviously working and SD card is working as well. So there we go. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
In front of me is DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I would like to show you how you can change and customize your keyboard's theme. Start by launching your keyboard and tapping on this icon of a color palette at the top of it. Now scroll and click on all of those icons at the top right corners of all of those sections. Most people miss that. This way you will see all available themes. When you're ready, find the best one for you and tap on it. Then manage key borders thanks to this switcher to turn them off or switch them on. And when you're ready, hit apply at the bottom right corner. As you can see, theme of my keyboard has changed. If you wanna customize it though, go back to the same section in settings by tapping on the color palette again. And this time use plus icon under my themes. Now it's time to pick a photo you wanna apply as your keyboard's background. Pinch it to scale, drag it to move, and hit next. Adjust brightness by swiping left or right. Hit done. Manage key borders and tap on apply. If you want to manage any custom theme, go back to the same settings. Click on it here and tap on pen icon at the top right corner to make your changes. Then hit save and tap on apply. If you want to get rid of any of your custom themes, click on it and tap on bin icon next to the pen one at the top right corner. Then confirm your choice in the pop-up. If you want to delete the theme from here, you can also click on it, and if it's one of the downloaded ones, delete it the same way. The only difference is you can download it again whenever you want to by clicking on it here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can boot this device into Bootloader. So, to get started, we're going to turn off our device. Now, I am in a setup process right here, but this doesn't really matter at all. So we're going to press power button, volume up at the same time, which brings up our boot options, and in here, just select power off. When you do, give it like solid 5 seconds afterwards. It does take a device a little bit to actually turn off, even though the screen looks like it's already off. And then we're going to hold power button and volume down at the same time. Going to hold them for, well, just basically brief moment. Now let me just kind of redo this. So when you start holding both power button and volume down, hold them and then let go of the power button. So once you let go of the power button in like a second or so, you should feel a vibration, and then it will take you to the bootloader. And here you can use the volume down to navigate through the 3 options. So it's going to only scroll down and then jump all the way back to the top, just to demonstrate this. So, and in here we have 3 options. So recovery mode being the first one, second one being Fastboot, and last one being normal boot, which is just going back to Android. So that's what I'm going to select, and you select things using volume up. It looks like nothing is happening, but just give it a moment and this will just turn off. There we go. And it should now boot back up into Android, or more precisely for me, to the setup screen. So you can see we're now back. So anyway, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I'll show you how you can capture a screenshot on this tablet. So, to get started, you will want to open up the content that you wish to capture. Now, for this purpose, I'll be using the home screen as an example, and for me, home screen is already open and visible. Now, make sure you open up the content that you wish to capture so it's visible on your display, and once it is, you just need to press and hold power button and volume down at the same time. So, like so. You get the sound along with the pop-up with share and edit options visible, and if you don't interact with any of them, this does disappear in a moment, like it did right now. Now when it disappears, you can find that captured screenshot by going into your Photos application, and from there, just kind of, hello, can you like twist? Okay, fine, I guess I'm gonna use the device in a different way. You can okay, no one told you to back it up, so whatever. Okay, cool, I don't care. Can we just go to the services? Are you freaking kidding me, Google? Literally, you back it up without my permission, and then you bitching that there is no more space. Well, if you didn't do what I told you not to do, we wouldn't have this problem, now would we? There we go. Oh my god. Let me fix this shit by just... Huh? So we're in airplane mode. We're not connected to network, and this amazing Google services is still connecting to network. Just without the permission. Come on. Oh, there we go. It's not closing up anymore. Okay, cool. So from here, you want to navigate to Collections, and in Collections, you will find an album called Screenshots. Now, it will be visible in this list at the very bottom or as a album somewhere here. Now, when you click on it, it will take you to a location where you will find just screenshots and nothing else, like this one right here. So, that's about it. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix microphone not working on your DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, you want to clean the microphone port with a non-metallic tool. So if you use something metallic, so this is not actually a great example, but still, if you use something like this to try and clean your microphone port, then you can only damage it and it will be bad for it. So basically it won't be usable ever again, and you definitely do not want that. Now, what you guys want to do is, what I like to do next is go over to the camera, and then let's quickly click got it. Now let me quickly rotate it so you guys can just see these buttons right here. Let's click video, and now start recording. Now the video is recording, and what we want to do is we want to stop it, then go over to the gallery here, and then see if there is any sound. So I've got the buttons right here. Let's try and see it. Now start recording. So as you guys can see, there definitely is some sound, so that means my microphone is working. But if yours isn't, then what you guys want to do is go over and restart your tablet. So the way you do that is actually very simple. What you guys want to do is hold the power button and the volume up button at the same time. So hold them, now tap on restart, and the device will restart itself. So now it's restarting, the screen went black, and what you guys want to do is wait a couple of seconds for it to turn back on. Now, after the restart, what you guys want to do as a last resort is, let me quickly unlock the tablet. What you guys want to do as a last resort is update your software to fix any mic glitches. So go over to the settings. Now in those settings, you need to scroll all the way down here until you see about phone, and then scroll down until you see basic info, and now click on system updates. As you guys can see here, you will have an update. Here you will have the button to check for updates. I do have a download button because my update is not the newest version. So I have some optimization system and minor bug fixes. So those minor bug fixes can easily fix microphone not working. Now you need 30% to actually update the tablet. I have 25%, so I'm not able to update it right now, but all you do is just click download and it will download the update. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to our HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix speaker not working on your DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, what you guys want to do is check the volume levels and the settings. So open up the settings app and now go over to sound and vibration. Right here we want to check for our media volume and the call volume. So we want to increase our media volume up to the max. Now, since that's increased already, the call volume, then what can we do next is clean the speaker grills. So we have these speaker grills on both sides of the screen. So here we have two, and here we also have two. So what we want to do is basically clean them up with, for example, even a soft brush. You guys can also use anything else like an air compressor, but soft brush does the job way better. Now, what you guys want to do next is go over and disable Bluetooth just by going into connected devices, then connection preferences, and then selecting Bluetooth. Now, What this will do is basically it will ensure that audio isn't rerouted anywhere else. So for an example, it's not rerouted to, let's say, your headphones, your car, or anything else. So disable Bluetooth, and now what you guys want to do is go over and restart your tablet to fix any minor glitches. So the way you do that is you basically hold the power button and the volume up button at the same time. Now, what you guys want to do is go over and press restart, and after you press restart, your tablet will start restarting. So the screen went black, and now all you have to do is wait. So I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. Now, after the restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is let's quickly unlock the device. What you guys can do is go over and update your software. So, you need to open up these settings right here. Now, after you open up these settings, you want to go and scroll all the way down here until you see About Phone. Now, go to the basic info section and select System Updates. Now, here you will have a button to check for updates or download if you do not have the latest version. So I have a download button, but the battery required for an update is 30%. I'm at 24 right now, so I cannot update it. But as you guys can see here, you can easily download this. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to use secret codes on this device. So let's start with opening the dialer, as it is a place where we can enter all of those codes, and tap on this keypad. Let's begin with the shortest code, which is *##06#. And as you can see, by this code we are provided with both IMEI numbers and the serial number of this device. So let's tap on OK. And let me show you another code, which is *##225#*##. And here we are in the calendar info, so we can check the events gathered in one place. We can check some family events, some holidays in your country should also appear right here, or events attached to your mail. However, be aware, because all you can do is to check the number of events and the categories, because we cannot really enter a specific category to check some further details, which is lame. Alright, another code is *##426###. And here we are in the diagnostics, so we can check the server, host, port, time connected, and signal level should also appear right here. Here we've got the status. After tapping on the 3 dots icon, we can show advanced view. Just tap on it, and here we've got much more information. So for example, the heartbeat, last ping, or HB algorithm. Alright, and the last code, which is *##4636#*##. And here we are in the testing mode, so you can check the phone info, usage statistics, and Wi-Fi info. So let's tap, for example, on this one. We can check the status. We should be able to refresh the stats, however, for some reason we cannot. But you can check the network state, SSID, or network ID. You can also run ping test here. So here, of course, you've got also the configuration and the API, so you can, for example, enable network. Usage statistics, so we've got the list of all apps which are currently on this device, and with the last time used or usage time, you can change the sorting time if you wish by usage time, last time used, or app name. So everything will be listed alphabetically, and I don't know what happened, so let me quickly enter this code again, because I wanted to show you the phone information, where you can check the IMEI number, for example, car network, data service, voice service. Of course, you will be able to see all of that information if you've got your SIM card inserted. I do not have one, that's why everything is blank. What I wanted to show you, here you can run ping test also, and after tapping on the 3 dots icon, you can, for example, enable data connection or view service dialing numbers. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to add the photo to a contact in this device. So let's begin with opening your contact list, for example with the usage of the dialer. Let me go back. Here we've got the contacts. Now let's find the contact which you'd like to edit and tap on it. And now edit icon, so the pencil icon in the right upper corner. Here let's tap on add picture. And as you can see, we've got different sections from which we can choose the photo from. So in the device photos, we've got our own gallery, so we can choose something from our own photos, of course. And we can immediately open the camera app, so we can take a photo of someone who's right in front of us. Google Photos, so our backed up photos. Here, monogram, so we can simply tap on it and use one or two letters of your choice, of course. You can change the background color if you wish, and change the font, so you can make it a little bit bolder or cursive or whatever you'd like to show it. Or instead of the monogram, you can also use emoji. So just tap on this option here. And in my case, it is star, but we can of course tap on it. And here we've got all of the emojis from which we can choose, of course. So just find the emoji, tap on it, and it will immediately appear inside. We can also change the background color, and we can also use the option monochrome. So right now we've got this emoji-like emoji, but after tapping on the monochrome, our device will make it more icon-like, so it's monochromatic. So it's up to you how you wish to use it. And here we've got also illustrations which are free of charge, and they are available online. So if you don't feel like using monogram, you have no photo of this person, you can try to find something here, something which resembles you about that person, for example, something like that, the skeleton. So find the option and tap on it. Here you can also change the background color, I mean the presets of colors, and you can crop the picture, and it doesn't matter whether you will use the illustration or your own photo. You will be able to zoom in, or maybe not, and zoom out the photo, or actually not. So we cannot really pinch to zoom and crop. We can only change the size of this highlighted circle, but that's okay. I mean, the results are the same, because this highlighted circle is responsible for what we will see after saving the whole contact. So it doesn't matter whether you need to change the size of the circle or pinch to zoom the photo, it will work the same. Yeah, so position it just like you want to, and then tap on choose. Tap on save in the right upper corner, and this is how our contact will look like. Of course, you will be able to see this photo on the contact list, and for example during calls from that number. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to free up storage without removing the apps. So I just wanted to draw attention to some solutions which you can apply in your device in order to free up some memory. So first of all, let's clear cache. Cache are junk files which are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app and for the device. So I highly recommend to simply tap on the settings. Here in this left section, let's scroll and find apps, and go to see all 39 apps, of course 39 in my case. So here we've got the full list of apps which are saved in this device, I mean installed, and what I highly recommend to do is to go through all of them and remove the cache. So let's open the app, then go to storage and cache, and that's not the best example because I do not have cache here, so let me go back, maybe here. Yes, here we've got the cache. So all you have to do is to tap on clear cache here, and your device will immediately remove it. And as I said, go through all of those apps and remove the cache. Another thing which I highly recommend to do, and about which we usually forget, are the downloads. Because let's be honest, usually we are downloading a lot of stuff and then we forget about it. So let's simply go to your file manager. It could be this Google one, or you can use any kind of third-party file manager. It's completely up to you. And try to find the categories downloads. In my case, obviously, I do not have anything here, but if you've got your device for quite a long time, there is a possibility that you've got a lot of stuff downloaded. So I highly recommend to simply go through those files and simply remove those which are I don't know, large or duplicated or something like that. All right. And as a last resort, I mean, maybe not last resort, but last but not least, I highly recommend to consider the backup. I will not show you the full path, the full operation, because we've got a separate video which is really detailed and it explains the backup perfectly. But I just wanted to mention that there are many advantages of this option. The first one is obviously the one that you will be able to release some memory from your internal storage and leave it for the apps. But the second one, and I believe the most important, is that you will be able to save the photos and videos and other stuff in a cloud, so in a completely different place. So if something's wrong with your device, for example, it is damaged or stolen, or I don't know, it doesn't work, and you cannot really retrieve the memory, you can still have the access to your own files through the backup. So highly recommend to consider that option. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix the low volume problem on your DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, what you guys want to do is adjust the media and the call volume in the settings. So open up the settings. Now after you do that, go over to sound and vibration, and right up top we have media and the call volume. So here you guys can adjust it. I always recommend putting it all the way to the max, so these settings are both maxed out. After that, what you guys want to do is make sure that Do Not Disturb here is turned off. Because whenever you turn on Do Not Disturb, then you will either get notified only if it's important, or you won't get notified at all and every sound is just muted. So in some versions, then it can also cause your volume to be significantly lower, and you definitely do not want that. So if there's no difference between Do Not Disturb turned on and turned off, then you can simply turn it back on if you want. So you guys can turn it off for the time of testing. After that, what you guys can do is clean the speaker grills. So as you guys can see, if you got the tablet, then here we have 2 and here we have 2. So here we have it on the right and on the left side. We definitely want it all cleaned out, because if it's not cleaned out, then basically dust can block the connection. Sorry, not the connection, but the sound, and it won't be as high as possible. The sound will be definitely lower, so you definitely do not want that. Now, what you guys want to do next is restart your tablet to fix any minor glitches. So maybe it's just all a glitch and a simple restart can help. So simply click the power button and the volume up button at the same time. Now tap on the restart icon, and now the tablet is restarting. So as you guys can see, the screen went automatically black. Now we're waiting for it to turn back on. So I'll see you guys in a second. Now after the restart, what we want to do is we simply want to update our software as a last resort to fix any audio glitches. So we're waiting for our tablet to turn back on. Now we're going into the settings, and we want to scroll down right here all the way to the bottom until we see About Phone. Here we want to scroll down to Basic Info and tap on System Updates. Here I'll show you the Check for Updates button. Here we have Check for Updates. You simply click that. You need to make sure that you have stable Wi-Fi connection too. Now click it, and it will check for updates. So I have an update available. I have the optimization system and minor bug fixes. So those minor bug fixes can actually fix your low volume problem. Now you can click download and then you can click install now, but you need 30% on your tablet. I'm at 21 right now, so I cannot update it, but you guys click just the download button and it should start downloading. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix no sound during calls on your DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, what you guys want to do is check the volume during a call using these side buttons right up top here. So we can press the volume up now, volume down, but we want to make sure that it's set up to 100%, so to the max. Now we can also go into the settings, and in these settings, go over to sound and vibration. Right here we can change the call volume, and we also want to make sure that it's turned all the way to the right, so to the max value. After that, we want to go over to connected devices and go to connection preferences. Here we want to select Bluetooth, and we want to make sure our Bluetooth is turned off because we want to rule out any connected devices or make sure that there's no audio being rerouted anywhere else. So if your headphones randomly connect to your device, then what can happen? Basically, the audio may be routed there instead of your tablet, and that's why you may not be getting the sound during any call. Now, what you guys want to do next is clean these speaker grills. So we have them on the right side and on the left side right here. So you guys definitely want to clean that up with a soft brush, for an example. You guys can also try an air compressor, but the soft brush is much better and faster, so you'll clean it in no time. Now, after you clean that, what you guys can do is go over and test another call or a different app. So if you used a phone app, for an example, then you can try using WhatsApp. You guys can even try using Meet. Basically, anything that supports the call system. Now, what you guys want to do next is restart your device. So hold the power button and the volume up button right up here at the same time. Now press restart, and after you press restart, your device will simply go black. So now we cannot do anything here, and as you guys can see, it will soon turn on. So I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. Now, after the restart, what you guys can do is go over and check for software updates as a last resort. So let's go over to the settings, and now scroll a bit down right here on the left side, go to About Phone, and here click on the System Updates. So here we have it. Now I do have an update available. It's just a optimization system and minor bug fixes. So as you guys can see, those minor bug fixes can fix your issue with sound during a call. So you guys can easily click here, then click either download or check for updates. And then if you have an update available, then you will see the download button right here. But first you need to make sure that your tablet is at least at 30%. I cannot update now because I'm at 26, and it should take a few minutes. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your portable hotspot on this device. So, to get started, we're going to swipe down from the top of our screen, and between the toggles, you're looking for the hotspot toggle. Now, for me, it is located on the last page right over here. But if you don't see it on any of the pages, you can click on this pencil right over here, and then swipe down. And right here where it says hold and drag to add tile, everything below here are the toggles that are not visible in this panel by default. So you can add those by dragging them up above. And I'm going to just add one as an example. So I'll grab this. You can see that the text right here changes. So now we can just drag it over, drop it. And when I go back, you can see it's now added. Anyway, once you see the hotspot toggle in here, first time around, I recommend holding it, and this will quickly take you to the settings. Now, I recommend at least going here once, because under the hotspot password, there we go, when you click on it, you will see the fully randomly generated password. Now, I do recommend just straight up getting rid of it. And let me try to change the keyboard right here. No, honestly, I can't be bothered, so I'm just going to use numbers. So your password will need to have at least 8 characters in length. Now that can be letters, numbers, doesn't really matter. I'm using numbers for simplicity's sake. And from there, you just click on OK. And our password is now changed. Now there's a couple other things that we have in here. So number one, we have the turn off hotspot automatically when no device are connected. And this is a pretty nice option. So it will disable it, preserving your battery life if you disconnect from this hotspot, which is the better alternative. Some devices have a timer of inactivity. So like for instance, 10 minutes later, if you're not using the hotspot, boom, it's off. Even though you're still connected and maybe you're just, I don't know, stuck on a website, just reading something. It doesn't need internet for that. So yeah. Now another thing in here is the speed and compatibility. Now we have, it's kind of odd, I guess we only have 2.4. So I'm not going to talk about the other one, considering it's not like I can select it. Do want to check it out just in case. Yep, it looks like I can't really do anything with it. So I'm just going to keep it and not talk about it. Moving on. We have the hotspot name. This is just the name of the device for almost every device, and this is the name that you're going to be looking for in the Wi-Fi list. So with that all out of the way, we can turn it on from here, or we can turn it on from here. So I'm going to click on it. You can see hotspot is now enabled, and you can connect to it with other devices. Now, you don't need to disconnect from the hotspot for it to turn off. You can also just simply tap on it for the second time and this will turn it off. So don't worry, you don't need to be disconnecting whatever you're doing, just turning it off or anything like that, meaning from the other device. You can just turn it off whenever you want to on the tablet itself. So anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix headphones not detected on your DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro. So first, you want to check your headphones. So if you are using USB-C headphones, then first what you guys want to do is clean the charging port. The charging port is right here. Now let me show it to you. Here we have the charging port, this little space, as you guys can see it. Now, after you clean the charging port first, what you guys want to do is go over and restart the tablet. So we cleaned our charging port because dust can block a lot of connection. Now we want to restart our tablet to fix any minor glitches with your headphones not connecting or just not being detected at all. So hold the power button and the volume up button at the same time. Now click restart, and after you click restart, your tablet will start restarting. So I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. Now after the restart, let's quickly enter our password. And now what we want to do, if you are using an adapter for USB-C to 3.5mm headphone jack, then make sure you're using an original one or the certified one. So if you're using a cheap adapter, then it can break down any second and you will have no idea that it broke down. So what you guys want to do next is update your software, but I'll get back to that once we enter the Bluetooth headphones. So first, what we want to do is we want to go over to the settings for the Bluetooth headphones and go to connected devices. Now here, select connection preferences and go to Bluetooth. Here, we want to make sure that we turn off our Bluetooth, so I'll quickly turn it on. Now we want to turn it off and turn it on again. So that's basically a quick restart of our Bluetooth. What we want to do next is, if we already have our headphones paired and they're not connecting, what we can do is we can forget them and repair them again. So after you forget them, make sure to charge them fully. Once I've had this situation where my headphones were at 60 or 70% and they wouldn't connect, but once I charged them up to 100, then they connected without any issues. So make sure to charge them up, not including the case, headphones only. And after that, what you guys can do is make sure that you avoid the device interference. So for example, the same headphones were paired to another device, and basically they're connecting to another device instead of your tablet. So we definitely do not want that. If it happens, then make sure to remove them from another device and keep them in the tablet. And after that, what you guys can do as a last resort is update your software. So this is what we've all been waiting for. We want to scroll all the way down in the settings to About Phone. Now scroll down to Basic Info section and tap System Updates. As you guys can see here, you will have a button either to update it. So let me show you that. So you'll have the check for updates button. Now once you click it, it will check for updates. And I have an update available, but you need 30% to actually update it. I am at 21, so I cannot update it, but all you guys do is just click download right here and it will automatically download. Then you'll install it and your tablet will reset. So it's like 5 minutes max. And after that, everything should be fixed. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to check the total screen time on this device. So let's start with opening the settings. And here in this left section, let's scroll and find Digital Wellbeing and Parental Controls. So right here we've got the graph, which will show us for how long we've been using this device today. In my case, 45 minutes, and most of the time I've spent on the settings and then the other apps. Here we've got also unlocks and notifications count. So if you wish to check some further details, I highly recommend tapping inside the graph, and you will be transferred to the dashboard where you can check the screen time in particular days of the week. You can compare them. Simply tap on the specific day and it will show you the results. Under it, you've got the list of apps which you've been using with specific time you've spent on them. Moreover, you can tap on the specific app and your device will show you again the dashboard, but this time it is tightly connected with this one app. Moreover, and there are several ways to disconnect. I'll discuss only one or two. I'd like to start with app limits, so let's tap on it. Here we've got the list of apps which are installed on this device with this hourglass icon next to some of them. Basically, the hourglass icon means that we can set the timer for the specific app. So for example, let's pretend I'm using camera for a little bit too long during a day. So let's find the camera in the list and tap on this hourglass icon. Now we can set the limit. So for example, if we will set it for 30 minutes, it means that we can use the app for 30 minutes during a day, and after 30 minutes the app will be blocked, and this app limit will reset at midnight. So tomorrow I will be able again to use it for 30 minutes. We can also block it completely by setting it on 0 minutes. Tap on OK. As you can see, the camera is grayed out, and same right here. It is grayed out, and after attempting to open it, we will have this pop-out window with the information that the camera timer ran out, and again you will be able to start tomorrow. I have no idea what I've just told. You will be able to start using it tomorrow. So obviously it is not the best and the most secure method of limiting the time spent on the app. However, I believe that it is a quite good option, because after seeing this warning, we can think about, well, maybe we really shouldn't unblock this app and keep the timer on and try to limit the amount of time we're spending on it. Alright, so this is how it works. Of course, if you wish to turn it off, simply tap on this hourglass icon. and tap on delete limit. And same here, for example, ways to disconnect, you've got also focus mode. So here you can select distracting apps, so those which are from which you're receiving most notifications. So let me just mark those just for example. After marking, you can tap on set a schedule and you can choose specific days of the week, specific hours. So for example, your working hours, tap on set. You can, for example, untick specific days, and basically your device will limit or hide the notifications from those apps, which means that you won't be disturbed. You will be able to focus on different things, like, for example, working, I don't know, spending time with your family, or studying, or simply resting, or whatever you'd like to do in that time. So I highly recommend to try to use it because it can actually improve your digital life. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can boot this device into safe mode. So, to get started, you want to hold your power button and volume up at the same time, and this will bring up your boot options. In here, hold power off. When you do, this brings up this window, reboot to safe mode, with a quick message: do you want to reboot into safe mode? This will disable all third-party applications that you have installed. They will be restored when you reboot again. So with that in mind, we're just going to confirm it with OK, and wait for the device to boot back up. Now while it's booting up, I am going to give it a quick wipe, because this screen is absolute nightmare to keep actually clean. Literally any touch causes it to be absolutely filthy. Okay, now the boot up will take a moment, and when it's done booting up, we will obviously boot into the safe mode. Now in safe mode, like the message stated, any kind of third-party app, which is any app that you have installed yourself, will be temporarily disabled, and neither you nor the device will be able to start it up. Now, I don't know if we have anything here that I will be able to showcase, so we'll see in a second. You can see we do have a watermark right here, safe mode. Okay, widgets don't work, that's one thing. Let's see if we have any apps. I don't think we do, actually. I'm pretty sure there are some apps that disappeared from here. So they're going to disappear from your app tray, but if they're on a home screen, they usually become gray out, like just monochrome and semi-transparent. So if you see such an app right here, even if you try to open it up, it will give you a pop-up that downloaded apps are disabled in safe mode, but they also disappear from your app tray, and they can be found by going into something like, for instance, settings, apps, all apps, and you'll be able to see all of them right here, even the ones that are not visible on the home screen or app tray. And let's see if I can find anything. So pretty sure there should be a couple of them. These all look like, or ones that are listed here that we didn't see. These more look like background services. So for instance, Android system key verifier, that isn't an application, that's something that is running in the background, I believe. So yeah, I can't really see anything here. Now anyway, once you're done with the safe mode and you want to go back to the normal one, you can again hold power button or and volume up, or you can just press right here on the power button. And in any case, from the boot options now, you want to select restart. Now this will reboot the device and then boot it back up into normal mode. And as you can see, we are now back in Android, at least the normal mode. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can boot this device into recovery mode. So, to get started, press the power button and volume up at the same time, which will bring up our boot options, and from here just select power off. There we go. Give it a moment for the device to turn off, and after a moment we're gonna hold power button and volume down at the same time. So do that right now. And when you see the DOOGEE logo on a screen, let go of the power button, but keep holding volume down. Okay, I'm gonna let go of these buttons because it's not booting up right away. Oh, there we go. Okay, so as you've seen, the moment it starts to boot up, I did start holding them right away. So when you feel a vibration, I can then let go of the power button, and this will take you to the boot mode right here. So before we actually enter recovery mode, we need to go through this mode. And in this mode, you will be using volume up to navigate through the options, which counterintuitively volume up will scroll down. Right? Apparently no. It's not even responding now. Cool. I'm pretty sure I'm not in a Fastboot mode. So I'm gonna hold these buttons again. If this happens to you as well, you can do the same thing. So these buttons again. This will reboot the device basically if we hold it long enough. There we go, and it should automatically start to boot up. I'm gonna let go of just the power button. There we go. I think I just screwed it up. Yep. Okay, so let's just wait for it. I'm gonna pause the video and try to get back to it. Okay, so I got back in here, and now everything works like it's supposed to. So volume down, like I mentioned, navigates. Well, I think I was kind of messing it. I think I was saying that volume up goes down. So anyway, volume down goes down. Sorry. In any case, once we select recovery mode, like it's right now with this arrow, then you can press volume up to confirm it. It will look like it's not doing anything, but come on. There we go. As you can see, it reboots. And it enters immediately into recovery mode. Now in here, unlike the boot mode, you will need to use both volume buttons to navigate. So volume down will go down and up will go up, while power button now will be used to confirm whatever is selected. And going over the options that we have access to, we have Reboot System Now, which takes us back to Android, Reboot to Bootloader, which will bring us back to the first page we have seen after turning off the device, 3 options with navigating just volume down. Next we have Fastboot mode, just a dedicated mode, enter, or not enter, but apply updates from ADB or SD card, wipe data, mount system, view logs, run tests, and lastly power off. So anyway, I'm gonna stick with the first option and just confirm it with the power button. And like I mentioned, this will just bring me back to Android. And as you can see, we're now back in Android. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and let me share with you how to turn off ads and their personalization. So I'd like to start with the personalization. So let's open the settings. Right here in this left section, let's scroll all the way down and find Google. And here, let's go to all services. And now scroll down, and also be aware you are able to use those Google services even though you do not have your account added, for example. You do not have to be logged in. So we are in the all services. Let's scroll to privacy and security and go to ads. So here we've got something which is called advertising ID, and what I highly recommend to do is to first of all reset advertising ID, and after that delete it. So advertising ID is not responsible for the amount of advertisements which you get. However, it is responsible for the personalization. What it means that if, for example, yesterday you were looking for any kind of item, I don't know, a kettle or a lamp or whatever, then, for example, tomorrow or even at the same day, during the same day, your device will show you the advertisements which contain the offers for this specific item or something similar. And this is advertising ID. So your device is personalizing the advertisements which you will receive. That's why I highly recommend to simply reset it. So just tap on reset and tap on confirm and then delete it. So thanks to it, your device will not show you it will show you the advertisements, but they will not be that much personalized, which is also a good option because we won't be, let's say, forced to to buy something new. So this is what I highly recommend to do in those Google services. If we are in the settings, I also highly recommend to scroll up and go to network and internet. Here, let's find private DNS. Let's tap on it. And here mark private DNS provider hostname. Now we have to tap on this section where we can enter something. And what we have to do here is to enter dns.adguard.com. Okay, and tap on save. And as you can see, it will be immediately applied, and this operation will limit the amount of advertisements which you will receive. Another thing which I highly recommend to do is to manage the notifications. So for example, if you've got the app that is showing you a lot of advertisements in the notification panel, you can simply turn off the notifications. So let's pretend I'm receiving a lot of notifications from a Play Store. So tap on it and hold it, and then go to app info. Here we've got a section for notifications, so just tap on it. And as you can see, the section is also divided between the categories of the notifications we receive. So for example, the community posts, updates available, payments, deals and recommendations, maintenance, etc. Let's be honest. In my case, probably payments, deals, and recommendations are quite connected with the advertisements. So all you have to do is to tap on the switcher next to it, and your device will limit the notifications which are containing the advertisements. So simply find something which kind of resembles you of the advertisements. Of course, if you don't need any kind of notifications from the app, I highly recommend simply tapping on this switcher here. So your device will completely hide all of the notifications from this app. However, I recommend using this option only if all of the notifications are irrelevant for you. Okay, and as a last resort, I just want to draw attention to the ad blocks. And I know that the ad blocks are quite known, and probably most of you are familiar with that kind of option, but I just wanted to tell that not only we've got the ad blocks which are connected with a specific website, but also for the system. So let's enter the Play Store. Let me open it. I just wanted to show it to you. Tap on search and enter ad block. Okay. So as I said, we've got many ad blocks which are associated with a specific browser, for example, for the Opera, for the Samsung Internet, etc. However, we've got something also called content blocker, thanks to which we will be able to basically block the content. We've got also ad blocker for the Android, which is right here, etc. Here, ads blocker. Basically, I highly recommend to check all of available options, because nowadays we've got plenty of them, and try to find the one which will be useful for you. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how we can hard reset this device through recovery mode. So before I get started, I do want to quickly mention that you can do this kind of reset in order to get rid of a screen lock if you have one set that you just don't know. And I'll be progressing with the reset as though I don't know my PIN. So that's one thing. And before I go any further, I also want to mention one thing, just by quickly unlocking it. If you have Google account added in here, would be under, where is it, accounts? I guess Google would be good enough. So you do see your Google account listed right here. If you have a Google account and you do this kind of reset, most of the time your device will become FRP locked. And what that means is when the reset is finished, your tablet will force you to verify either your screen lock or your Google account. And if you can't do either one of those, you won't be ever able to finish up the setup. So you just need to verify at least one of those. Now there's a chance that I can kind of bypass this. Usually some GSM centers do this. Nowadays, it's probably only paid methods. Before, you could have done this at home without any kind of tools. You just enter weird kind of places on your tablet and stuff like that, and you could bypass it and remove it. But since like a couple of Androids ago, that's no longer the case. So most likely only GSM centers will probably be able to remove it if you need it. But anyway, enough rambling, let's get to it. So here's our screen lock, and I'm going to proceed from here by pressing power button and volume down at the same time. Oh, sorry, volume up. There we go. And then we're going to select power off from the options. Now the device will turn off, and when it does, you want to hold power button and volume down. So I'm holding it right now. And when you feel a vibration, you want to let go of the power button. Now, for some reason this device is a little bit wonky. I think it doesn't want to actually turn on when you're holding these buttons. I'm going to let go of just the power button already. Yep, there we go. It's booting up right now. So give it like solid 10 seconds after you press the power off option, and then start holding these buttons. And after like 5 seconds, let go of just the power button, but keep holding volume down. You'll feel a vibration, and this will then enter the boot mode. Now in boot mode, you will need to use volume down to select recovery mode, which is the first option visible right here. So just look at this arrow, jump to the top, like I did right now, and then press volume up to confirm it. When you press volume up, nothing will happen for a moment. Just like you can see, literally nothing, and it looks like it turns off, and then should go to, there we go, recovery mode. Now in here, we're going to be using now both of the volume buttons to navigate. So volume down goes down, and up now goes also up. And the power button is used to confirm whatever is selected. So with that in mind, I'm going to start scrolling down to wipe data, factory reset. I'm going to then confirm it with the power button, select factory data reset, confirm that. It's going to tell you that it's formatting data, and then data wipe complete. Come on, focus camera. There we go, data wipe complete. And reboot system now will be selected by default, so we're gonna just press the power button once more. So reboot the device, continue resetting it in the background, and once it's finished doing so, we're gonna be presented with the setup screen. Now this will take about 2-3 minutes to finish up, so just be patient. And anyway, I'm gonna come back once this is done for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can enable and also set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So, to get started, swipe down from the top of your screen like so, and this will show you a bunch of toggles right here. And obviously we're looking for the Do Not Disturb mode. Now for me it is visible on the first page right over here, but if you don't see it here, you have multiple pages, and if you still can't find it on any of the pages, you might need to add it. And we can do that by clicking right here on this pencil, and from there scroll down to this list right here. Right below the text, hold and drag to add a tile, are all the tiles that are not accessible to you by default, and that aren't added there. So we can add them by just simply holding them, and you will see that the text right here changes when you do. And when it does change, you can just drag it above that text, drop it, and when you go back, this tile will now be available to you on one of the pages. Now for some reason we do have pages right here, even though there's only like 3 kind of or blinds visible of toggles, even though we still have like a bunch of space right here, so disregard the stupidity right here. But in any case, from here you're just looking for the Do Not Disturb mode, and when you find it in this list, you want to hold it the first time around. And the reason I recommend holding it is because this will quickly take you to the settings, and in here you can customize how the mode will function once enabled. Now going over the options, we have things like people. In here you can select who can call you or message you, with both of these being separate, along with calls having additional option, which isn't visible right here. Let's click on it. So we have calls. We can select that favorite contacts, that's what this is. Contacts, anyone or no one can call you. Along with the additional option right here, which I mentioned, is the one that is separate for calls that messaging doesn't have. Allow repeated callers. So if someone, some person calls second time within a 15-minute period, they basically bypass whatever you have selected right here. Now you could technically select that no one can call you. With this being enabled, that will not matter as long as they meet that double call in the 15-minute period. So it might be a good option for emergency purposes. Usually people spam call you, so they would fall under that 15 minutes. Now, like I said, messages is the same thing minus the repeated callers. Then if we go back in here, now we can select the fully automatic schedule as well. So you wouldn't need to interact with this toggle at all once you set it up. Just make sure that it will be toggled on like this, and the device will do everything else for you. You can edit the ones that are here by default, like the sleeping or event, or you can create more. And you can have multiple different schedules running at the same time. Like I mentioned, you can just tap on them to also edit the ones that exist. And here you can choose each day of the week that you want this to run during, start and end time. Now I don't want to have this enabled, so I'm going to go back. And moving on, we have also duration for quick settings. Now this is something that I personally like. It's the option to define what happens when you press on the toggle. Now default one on literally every device, it is until you turn it off. And this doesn't account for people having, you know, polished smooth brain like I do. So when I enable this, I would typically probably forget about it. Luckily I don't need to enable it that often. But in any case, when I do, I would just kind of keep it on till I remember that it was there, which usually is far past the time that I needed it. So instead of having it until I turn it off, I can select it on a timer. And I'll make it just a little bit longer, maybe 3-4 hours. So I would try to find a time that I would consider to be long enough to cover whatever need I might have for it in the future, whatever circumstance, plus just a little bit of time extra. And if I forget about it, the device will turn it off for me. 4 hours, I think, usually covers whatever the hell you're going to need it for. So that's pretty good. And you also have the ask every time, which gives us the two first options every time you click on a toggle. But I do like it to be just one click without needing to do anything, and have a permanently set timer. So with that in mind, as I said right now, if I go in here and just simply tap on it, as you can see, it will enable itself for those specified 4 hours, at which point it's going to turn itself off. And if you decided to go with a different option, you will need to remember to turn it off, which obviously you can do so by just clicking on it, which, there we go, clicking on it. And even if you have a timer, you can also click on it to turn it off before the timer runs out. It's just a nice little safeguard in case you forget about it. So there we go. Now, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome, and follow me as a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I'll show you how you can enable power saving mode on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen, which will bring down your toggles. Now, somewhere in here, you will find the power saving mode, or battery saver as it's named, and you can find it on hopefully the first page like it is for me, but if you can, it might be on other pages, and if you don't see it on any of the pages, you might need to add it. And you can do so by clicking right here on this pencil, and then swipe down, right below, hold and drag to add a tile, and anything below here is the toggles that are not visible in the list by default. So we can hold them and then drag them over to the top to add them. As an example, I'm going to grab the extra dim. So you can see when you hold it, it changes the name right here. And now we can just drag it above, drop it, go back, and it's now right here. So anyway, once you find the battery saver, you can just simply tap on it, and then you can select turn on. But before we do, I do want to quickly see what it says right here. So turn on battery saver. Battery saver turns on dark theme, restricts background activity, and delays notifications. Now, out of this message right here, the most important one will be delays notifications. It would be nice if companies would kind of elaborate a little bit more on that, because the way it's doing that might be very important to you. So we're going to select turn on, and you won't actually see how it does this. You will experience it more like. So when you have mobile data or Wi-Fi as an example, or both of them, when you lock your device with power saving mode or battery saver enabled, after some period of time, it will go into sleep mode. Let's call it like this for simplicity. Now, obviously, the device still functions. You can obviously wake it up by pressing the power button and unlocking it, but in sleep mode, it would basically disconnect from Wi-Fi and mobile data. Now, by the name, it says delays notifications. It would imply that it reconnects to Wi-Fi and mobile data every so often to check if there's some notifications missing. But still, that obviously results in your notifications being delayed. And if you rely on your notifications being delivered to you on time, then this might not be the best course of action for you, obviously. And this will impact any application that requires internet connection. So, that being said, other ways to preserve battery life outside of the battery saver that obviously wouldn't impact your notifications would be if you are using the device. One of the biggest impacts would be the brightness. Changing it from like max to half will yield you additional several hours of battery life, and on certain devices this actually greatly exceeds the battery gain that you'd have just from enabling power saving mode. Power saving mode isn't necessarily that great. Brightness on the other hand side is one of the best battery savers, but this will obviously affect it only when you're actually using the display. If you're not, it has no effect. Additional things you can do in here to preserve a little bit more battery life will be turning off some features that you don't use. As an example, we have location enabled. We can turn that off. I know, close. That's what I select to turn it off for. Another thing in here was, where was it? Mic access. You can block it. This kind of removes microphone from being used. So as an example for features like OK Google, obviously this wouldn't work then, though it's still something that you need to set up, but the microphone is working all the time. So if you block it, it should theoretically not work. And we have other things in here like auto rotation, though this probably wouldn't matter that much. Bluetooth. If you're using mobile, then disable Wi-Fi. If you're using Wi-Fi, disable mobile. Another thing in here that you can probably turn off is, well, that's actually all I can see right here. Maybe there's some other ones. Camera access, you can turn that off. Okay, yeah, it looks like that's about everything that you could do. So in any case, brightness will be the biggest impact on your battery life. And anyway, going back to the actual battery saver, once you're done using it, you can also tap on it to turn it off. And you can see it undoes all the changes. And if we hold it, we should be taken to the settings, where it gives us a little bit more options for just kind of like automatically turning it on and off. So we have set a schedule and based on percentage. So here you can select that when your battery life falls below 20%, or you can change it obviously, maybe 55, it will automatically enable your power saving mode. And subsequently, you also have this enabled. If you start charging your device and goes to 90% or above, it automatically disables the power saving mode. So in this case, you wouldn't really need to do anything. The tablet would automatically turn it on and off when it falls or rises above specific battery percentages, which just kind of removes hassle from it. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, to get started, you will want to open up your settings. There we go. And in here, we're going to scroll down to the very bottom to the system option right here. And then the second side right here, at the bottom, you'll find reset options. Click on it and then choose erase all data factory reset. When you do, it gets you this list right here, a list of data that will be removed by this process, which most importantly includes things like music, photos, and all user data. It also lists accounts that will be removed from the from the device itself, but you don't need to worry about those. Now, if you have anything like music, photos, or some kind of data that you want to back up, do this right now before you go any further. And when doing so, I do always recommend backing it up to your computer using just a normal cable connection instead of whatever garbage offers you have, like for instance Google backups or any kind of programs from the company itself, as those usually put restrictions. So Google backup doesn't really back up everything, it just backs up whatever Google wants to have tracked that you're interested in. So it's just a basically database building bullshit, and backing up your data is a kind of a consequence of that, which they allow you to utilize. While backing it up using some kind of programs that companies usually offer limits you to this brand of device. I don't think DOOGEE has their own, so that's not really a problem right here. So that would only limit you to the, well, Google backup. But there's a better way, by just grabbing a cable, connecting into your computer, and off you go. And the reason I consider this to be a better option is because when creating a backup, for instance, to the cloud, like Google, Google, by law, is obligated to only keep this data for some specified period of time, assuming it's not being used by you. So I don't remember exactly what it is. I think it's like 2 or 3 years. I could be wrong, but it was something one of those two, if I remember correctly. And you create a backup using the cloud, cool. 2 or let's say 3 years later, you want to use this backup and restore it, and it no longer exists. But hey, guess what? That data was most likely used to train AI models, because that's just free data that Google will use. And when you need it, after it's been gracefully used by Google to train their AI to make profit, you no longer have access to it, which is kind of a redundant of a backup to be not available to you when you need it. And time shouldn't really be a factor. Now, this is a European Union mandate, so that's really who you have to blame here for. It's not really Google. But the reason I basically recommend using this through a cable to your computer is because this kind of bullshit limitation doesn't exist on your computer. You created your own backup to your computer, you back up whatever you want, and it's being stored on your computer for as long as you want, and it's never going to be used by any kind of company to train their AI models. Well, unless Microsoft really tries to fork out a pilot to you and push that into your life for no reason without your permission, which they've been known to try to do. But they've been easing it out now, but just know that this could potentially be a possibility. But at the moment, it's not. So it's the safest kind of backup you can ever have. So that's what I recommend doing. Now, here, I don't actually have anything that I would want to back up, or, well, there is not really anything on this device anyway. So I'm just going to select Erase All Data. Now, if you have some kind of screen lock, you will need to confirm it between the first page and the second one. And when you do, you get this page. So, quick message, erase all data. All of your personal information and the downloaded apps will be deleted. You cannot undo this action. Okay. Click on Erase All Data. There we go. And this will now begin factory resetting the device. Now, this process will probably take 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe even, to finish up. And once it's completed, we will be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how you can record screen on this device. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen, and this will show you a bunch of toggles right over here. Now we're looking for the screen recorder, which looks to be added by default right over here. But if you don't see it on either page, I know there is much more space right here, so pages are kind of freaking redundant, but it's DOOGEE. Let's not expect too much. So if you don't see your screen recorder toggle anywhere on any of the pages, you can click right here on this pencil and then find it somewhere below right here. So these will be the toggles that are disabled. Now we have some microphone access. No, I'm going to just add this so you can see we hold it and then we drag it above here, drop it, and when you go back, you should have microphone access that is enabled by default for some reason somewhere. There we go. Now we're going to black it. Anyway, let's find our screen recorder right now, and we can, I presume, hold it or not, I guess. Yep, holding doesn't do anything, so I guess there's no settings here, unfortunately. So the only thing that we can change right here is the thing that we're going to be recording, either a single application or an entire screen. I'm going to select entire screen. When you change it, it actually gives you more options. Now in here we can also select what kind of audio will be recorded. So we have device, microphone, both, and obviously the toggle to turn it on or off, meaning just not record any audio, which I'm going to keep it off. Next we have show touches on the screen, which records a semi-transparent gray dot where your finger is pressing the display. This is just so on the recording people that will be watching it can see what were you actually touching. So anyway, we're going to select start recording, and you can see we have a 3-second countdown, and then with a notification, I presume. There we go. It's good. It's now recording. So from now on, I can open up any kind of application, record it, and I'm going to look for the ones that I can't record, but it looks like there is none on this device, surprisingly. So you can just open up something like settings, I guess. So just to showcase this. And once you're done recording, you will want to swipe down and select stop right here. Again, notification, and this gets saved to your Photos application. Now, I did want to open up an application that doesn't exist right here, that I would be able to showcase a certain portion of the screen recorder limitation, let's call it. So I do want to explain this for some people that might find this or will encounter this, so you know what is happening. So there are certain applications that will use this feature that basically blocks screen pinning. And screen pinning is what screen recorder uses to basically see the screen and then record it. Now, applications that block this prevent screen recorder from being able to see the screen. And what you will end up having is a straight up black screen. Now, this is done on Android devices for your security primarily. And just to give you an example which this would be used for in a good way, it would be something like a bank application. When you open up your bank application, you pop in your code on there, and you would have some malware. Without this feature, obviously that malware could be able to see what kind of pins you're using in your application, or specifically bank app, which obviously would leave you vulnerable. So therefore, screen pinning would block that, and when any kind of malware would try to see this through screen pinning, which doesn't mean it's trying to record the screen, it just means it tries to see it, that obviously would be not possible for it. What it would see is just a straight up black screen and then nothing on it. Even the option for the little inputs where your finger is pressing the display is not visible through this kind of blocking. Now, what you will experience though is that bunch of bullshit applications use this for no effing reason, such as Netflix or Spotify. Are you effing kidding me? And furthermore, this is a feature that you don't have access to, like, turn it off if you don't want it. So when piece of shit Netflix decides to implement this with, for instance, devices that come pre-installed with this dog shit, you don't need your account, you don't need to own one, you never needed to agree to terms of service, nor even install this dog shit application, and yet the application can do whatever the fuck it wants on your tablet without your permission. Not even a question letting you know that it's going to do this. It's just, yeah, go F yourself. We're going to do this because it's not your device anymore. You have Netflix on, so it belongs to us now. So for people like that, that want to record something like Spotify or Netflix, which is primarily going to be used by bullshit apps that basically require subscription. Because God forbid you not want to pay some subscription. And just for that, God forbid you would know about something like the Cloud Stream application, which, when loaded, I'm just going to close something on here. When loaded, ooh, look at that. We have trending right now. So we have things like Stranger Things, Avatar, and whatever else right here. Now, it doesn't work perfectly, but I can, with perseverance, try to, for instance, watch it. And, oh, well, this one will load now. Sometimes you might need to repeat this a couple times. Now, this application is actually found, you can find it on GitHub, unless it gets blocked. Oh, never mind. It might look, it's not going to load. Oh, there we go. Cool. So we can see it works just fine. GitHub, everything free right here. Just going to give you a little example. We have everything from Netflix, Amazon, Disney, Hulu, Apple, HBO, Paramount, and whatever. as long as you have internet, it should work pretty well. That's for trying to, basically, for Netflix to try to control how I can use my device without ever even asking me for permission. Go screw yourself. Now, going back to the actual video right here, let's open up our Photos app. Should be somewhere at the bottom. Oh, there we go. There it is. Photo. Thanks, Google. I love when you're just swinging your meat. No, I don't want to do any kind of backup. Go F for yourself. Continue without backup. Why would Photos send me notifications? No. There we go. So, once we have our Photos application open, and if there was a better application that comes with this device, I would prefer to use that over Photos. Obviously, I'm not too big of a fan of application like Photos or Google trying to basically yoink all your personal photos and upload them to the cloud, even when you gave them no such a permission. Yay. Anyway, so in here we're going to navigate to Collections. And in Collections, you'll find one called Screenshots and one called Movies. Now, I believe it's going to be in both of them. So let's click first on Movies, which we can see right here. That's the recording. And in Screenshots, I guess it's not visible. So we're going to be looking in Movies only. So by clicking on it, cool, got it. It should be playing back already. Yep, there we go. So you can see it's just playing back what I recorded. Now, unfortunately, there is no options to change the refresh rate, bit rate, resolutions, and anything like that. But resolution seems to be set at least to, by the looks of it, to 1080p. It is pretty sharp. But the refresh rate is 30 frames, undeniable. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a DOOGEE Tab E3 Pro, and today I will show you how we can import contacts from a SIM card to the device. So, to get started, you will want to open up the standalone contacts application, like this one right over here. Now, when you open it up for the first time, which usually might be like right now, I would select right here from this pop-up when you open up for the first time, don't allow. So the reason I'm saying don't allow is because this wants the contacts as an application itself to send you notifications. There is no reason why contacts application should ever send you any notifications. It's the contacts themselves that should. This doesn't refer to that. It just refers to this piece of shit Google application that you give permission to spam the shit out of you with whatever bullshit notification they want. Maybe back up your contacts or sync them to the cloud or whatever other god-awful garbage that Google wants to just notify you about. So select don't allow. And next, in here, we're going to navigate to Organize. And in Organize, we're going to swipe down and select Manage SIM. Now, very logical option, right? We have import from file or I don't know, any kind of import option, but instead we have Manage SIM. That's usually what, just gives you the notion of importing contacts. Anyway, DOOGEE uses this bullshit layout, or maybe this is just new Google layout, which I wouldn't be surprised. And it's absolutely god-effing awful. So, I will take a minute to completely shit on this, because I absolutely despise this conniving garbage-ass design that is absolutely blatantly designed to F over any kind of other person that has never consented to having their data effing stolen. So, go F yourself, Google, and don't ever use the first option, which is visible, which is also absolute effing bullshit, that this is the only effing thing visible right here. Like, we don't have a fucking rest of the screen visible right here. So, with this piece of fucking shit, we're going to be selecting more options, and we're going to select the other option, which should be visible, because there is enough space right here, which is this. There we go. Now, once you select the correct option, and just to kind of clarify why we select this, is because there is no reason why you should import your contact, or not even your contacts, to the cloud. And this is what the piece of shit wants you to do at the very beginning. It says device and Google. Now I want to point out, for some mystical reason, the device only is hidden away from you. And I want to also add, just because some people will consider, well, that's just the layout, right? If you sign in with other accounts, they will also be listed right here. So you might have device and, I don't know, DOOGEE account as an example, or device and something else. Those will be always visible right here, one above the other. But the device only is always hidden because God forbid you wouldn't upload information of other people for Google to yoink without their permission. Because that's basically what you do. When you select Google in itself, what you're doing is any contact that you're importing, like ones right here, though these are not actual contacts, I do want to mind you. So these are like the default numbers that are saved on a SIM card that come with the SIM card. And these are kind of like the account balance, your number, and call me. So these are either the numbers of the card itself that I'm dealing with, or just ones that, you know, have something to do with the card. So anyway, before I continue crapping all over Google, let's quickly go to the import. So right here, you can see we have a check mark, and these contacts all are just normally visible. Sometimes you might see that the contacts are grayed out and deselected. These contacts already exist. Where are you trying to import them to? Meaning specifically pointing out to this right here. When they're grayed out and deselected, don't worry, they already exist. You don't need to import them twice, and the device itself is stopping you from doing so. But if you change the import location to some different one that doesn't have those contacts, you will be automatically able to import them then. So from here, you can also deselect contacts that you don't want, and from there, you can click on import. This will tell you how many contacts have been imported, and when we go back to our list right here, you should be able to find them somewhere here in the list. Now, right here, we're seeing contacts from literally every location. You can see right here, contacts, all contacts. If you click on this, you can select contacts from the Google account or the device, and it shows you how many contacts are on each location. So 88 contacts on the Google account and 3 contacts on the device. So now the reason I recommend not importing your contacts to the cloud is because of this specific reason right here. So I just selected the device contacts right here. I click on this contact. Obviously the import portion is fine, right? Obviously you want to import your contacts because this gives you a lot of new fields that you can add in here. If we click on edit, and I'm going to select the device again, you can see we can add things like the little circular kind of photo that is in the contacts list. We can add a cover when someone is calling you. We can add first, second name, last name, company, phone numbers, labels for them, additional numbers as well. So you can just kind of start like spamming the hell out of this with every kind of number that the person has, home, mobile, work, whatever. Additionally, we have labels, notes, email, birthday, address, and others. Now, when you import this to the cloud, you basically allow Google to access all this personal information of whoever's number you have saved. That is without their permission. You, as a person importing, shouldn't have the ability to basically allow this. And by importing, that's kind of what you're doing. And for the privacy of others, I just recommend importing it to the device. This excludes Google. Obviously, this means that when you import a contact to this device, it won't show up on other devices. But this is easily circumventable by just creating a VCF file that you can move over when you have all the contacts. Just a single file, send it to yourself, Bluetooth or whatever else, just through a file or USB stick, and restore it on a new device with, again, just literally like 2 clicks. So this isn't really a problem. But by importing it to the cloud, you're basically giving away someone else's personal information without their permission. And obviously, if you add a lot of these information, that's a lot of personal data that can be just hoovered up by Google without the consent of the person that this data belongs to. But let's be honest, Google doesn't give 2 shits about that, so they're just gonna take it and then feign ignorance because you did it, not the person. So it's still okay. Additionally, you sometimes might get a absolute bullshit pop-up on your screen telling you to clean up space on your SIM card. Like the SIM card has any other purposes with the storage there rather than just keep your contacts on it. But hey, clean up your storage there. So obviously, just say that you want to keep these contacts instead of deleting them, because that's literally what the SIM card is for, the storage on it, to keep contacts on there. And it's a great way to have a backup, physical one, in case that anything happens with the device. And even if you upload them to the cloud, again, let's be honest, 2025 hasn't been the greatest year for internet service providers like Amazon's internet, right? Where a bunch of sites went down. So in those times, hey, your contacts go poof, gone for the time where you have no internet. But guess what doesn't disappear? The contacts on your SIM card. So that's one thing. And another thing, you will probably also get a pop-up in contacts. Let's see if I can actually get it. I'm probably not, considering I'm in airplane mode. So let's turn that off and see if it's going to try to pop it up with it. So just close these crappy things and see if it pops up. Yep, hey, look at that, there we go. So even though I deliberately selected that I want to import my contacts to the device itself, I specifically selected I don't want Google to be a little bitch ass stealing these contacts. It brings up this pop-up, hey, never lose your contacts. Well, don't worry, I won't be losing them, they're on a SIM card. Sync device and SIM contacts. Yeah, no, piss off. Don't sync device and SIM contacts? Yeah, that's literally what I just selected. You don't need to pester me about it. Now, I'm kind of curious. If I reopen this, will it do the same bullshit again? No. Okay, so that's good. You might have some period of time where this isn't going to pop up, like maybe a week. But it's going to pop up again. Don't worry. That this isn't like one-off. Google wouldn't take no for an answer. So just know that. But in any case, I hope you found this video helpful, informative too as well. And if you did, don't forget to smash like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.